So then he asks me, do any of you N-words have a question? Okay. And me wanting to participate in the show.
Like, oh, yeah, I've been waiting for this. My Rolls Golds, get him down here. That guy just said the N-word on a huge broadcast. It's got to be the pretzels.
I was putting so much work into that episode of Kick or Keep. I was going hard in the paint. I was making
hard
jokes.
In the R.
I went hard in the R. I did everything. I put it all on the line, and I lost by 5 votes. I lost $500 by 5 votes.
You don't go hard enough at the end, though.
I don't know what else to do. I was trying to go hard.
You just Mr. Fizzle out, man.
No,
You're
Destiny
like Mr.
fucked
Choke.
me. Destiny fucked me because I was doing like my big, cool, like anti-government rant, and Destiny went, "Wow, hold on a second." I'm like, "You're the host. Get the fuck out of here, Destiny."
That's where you got to get real personal and mean at the end. See, that's what you don't. That's what you don't have.
Yeah.
At the third round. Everybody doesn't care about politics. They want to see blood. You got to go right for the other guy.
I also fucked up because I was not paying close enough attention to realize the guy I had been arguing against in previous rounds had been swapped out.
That is baffling because Darius is one of the most annoying people on the internet.
Yeah.
That you could not tell he was gone suddenly is baffling.
Him and his boyfriend were like interchangeable to me. I couldn't tell the difference.
You should have gone with that.
I should have went with that.
Why don't you get your boyfriend? Why don't you go down to the gay bar where pull your boyfriend out?
I also got fucked because it split the vote. It was a 3-way in the finals. I've never prepared for that scenario. Point is,
you blew it again.
Shut up.
You blew it again. You got beat by an
Are
old
you
woman.
fucking kidding me?
Now you got
Are
beat
you
by
fucking kidding me? You're gonna nag me on this?
Well, you lost.
3 times I've been on Kick or Keep. 3 times I've
2
made
out
it
of
to
the
the
3
finals.
You've blown it.
No,
2 out of the 3 times you've
getting to the
blown
finals is something, man.
Loser talk.
Silver medal is
Fucking
better
loser
than
talk.
not qualifying at all.
You're the
okay?
third guy on the podium not doing the Black Power salute. That's you. The guy
You're
everyone.
right. I'm the white guy off to the side as the 2 black guys get to do
Kick or
cool.
Keep. That's what you were on.
I was on Kick or Keep, the Kick
Did you see it, Trixie?
game
No,
show.
I have not had time to. It's like 4.5 fucking hours.
It is
long.
very long.
Yeah.
I work a real regular job during those hours. It was like 3 p.m. Why do you people do this? Come on, think about
You blew
your
it.
audience.
I didn't blow it.
You blew it.
Guys,
We were willing to allow the old woman thing, even though that was ridiculous cope. That you totally just blew that, forfeited basically, out of cowardice.
Sure.
And then this time again, you've blown it.
Why do I even go on the show if all that I get is grief when I don't win?
Well, you have to win.
I was dominating that show. I made Destiny laugh so hard, and that was the greatest reward of all.
Yeah.
I got to do my favorite bit.
The Ashley Babbitt thing. Yeah, I heard it. We heard
but
it
come
before.
on. Look, I tested out on this show, and then I bring it to the big stage, and it kills.
You actually mean that, though. It's disturbing.
I think it's funny that she's dead. There's something there. What? I mean, it's funny that everybody's like so upset about it. You know, all these guys are like, well, you know, they fucked around and they found out you can't just, fuck with the cops. The cops will shoot you. They'll put their knee on your neck. And it's like, what about this lady that tried to break through a window? And, oh my God, I can't believe it. Why would the cops do this? And it's like
They invited her in.
Yeah, they invited her in.
You know what I've learned?
It was a Frank
you know what
Hassel
I've learned
situation.
in working with liberals is that
We're
saying
always
like, well, what if it happened to you? You guys really don't care if it happens to you. You're just like, yeah, I'd be dead. The cops would shoot me, and I would prefer it. That would be great.
I think that if I was in a scenario,
It's like when you look at those like Chinese traffic jams, and they're just on scooters, just whizzing by, risking their life, and you think, how could someone live? Like, what's in their mind that they don't care about death going through? That's what it is. But
I can't identify with that situation because if the cops put up a makeshift barricade and are behind it with their guns drawn, I go,
we went
I'm gonna go
to
the
a
other
BLM
way.
protest.
Go
What
the
do you
other
mean
way.
you can't put
we
yourself
went to a
in
BLM protest and you ran to the front of the line and got shot with rubber bullets, and I stayed back and I watched people loot stuff. Because, I hope they might drop something cool and I could take it home with me.
Yeah. Okay.
I like seeing buildings get broken. You like getting shot at by the cops.
So next kick or keep, are you going to even place? Or are you going to how
I'm
much
going to be
are you
the
gonna
host
phone
of
it
that
in?
show, I've decided. I'm taking over.
I saw you trying to float that by Destiny. I was like, oh, man, you're really...
I think I'm a natural host. I think I would be a great game show host.
Like, what if you were...
You are. This is a game show.
Exactly.
that you
This is a
host.
game. This is a game show. This is a trivia show. This
Should we
is a
give points out?
competitive show.
Let's get points. Let's give points to super chats.
We should have.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't know how.
Points on the board.
I'll award points for good super
Good
chats.
super chats. We can
Okay.
have a
So it's about
record
the
going.
quality, not the amount they give you. Then.
It's about the quality.
Okay.
But it's also about the amount that they
Earn
give you.
biggest bucks by super chatting now. The more biggest bucks you get, you will move up the biggest bucks
You have
leaderboard.
to put hashtag Dick. Please rate my super chat. I want to be in the game of super chat. Where you have to put the whole string there. I want to be in the super chat rating game,
which of
today.
course requires a $10 super chat to fit that whole message.
So next time, is it win or?
And next time, will I put up another W? Look, I'm 3
It was
for
just a
3
fluke, honestly.
getting to the finals. It's not a fluke. I'm dominating
So are the
these
Buffalo
people.
Bills.
I should have a handicap. I'm a big, fat, anime-loving retard. Like, the fact that I'm getting to the finals is a miracle of... Like, I'm not even one of these streamer guys. Aren't the people watching this, they like streamers?
What if you had a game show where you were in an elevator and you were giving people trivia questions while they were riding to the...
I like that. What would you call it? Cash
retard. We
Yeah,
call
cash
it.
tard.
I would call it casino subsidy scam.
I don't even know if it's aired yet. Do you have a rhyme? Do you have a rhyme?
I do, yeah.
Then we're ready to go.
Let's go. It's good to see you again, Trixie.
Yeah. I'm hype for
Biggest problem in the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe, from uncomfortable dining to heterosexual whining. From no good, said that. I'm your host, Dick Masterson. Joining me as always is Vito Giswaldi.
Hi.
In studio this week is Trixie.
yeah. Woo! I'm
How's your
coming
new
in hot.
show? With
It's
the comments.
doing fun. I'm having a good time. I've done 2 episodes. Probably going to record the 3rd one this weekend.
Okay.
I had Riley on to scream about Maddox with me for 3 hours on the
okay.
last episode. I as I said in the intro, I'm working a normal job right now. The 2 weeks since I last saw you were fucking brutal. It was like
of work.
yeah.
You're driving around the country like what? Cleaning trash off the highways?
No, we show up in a new city.
Vito's slaving away over a hot Twitter account all day.
We
I made
travel.
$80.
Bird and I travel about 250 miles every day. We have to fucking rent U-Hauls. We have to go to shipping places, travel to buildings, remove everything out, put all new shit in. We build stuff. We carry stuff. Thousands of all day, working day in, day
I feel
out.
like this is a lot of it's very vague. We build stuff. We carry stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dox my fucking job.
Kind of sounds like you're in the mob, is what I'm saying.
Build stuff. How's that sound like
what
a
do they
mob?
build in the mob?
They're always like construction work. It's like, I work in construction. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
is that a
quite
big-
construction.
Is
but-
it what sort of a mob is this? I build stuff, driving around.
I'm just saying, what are you like emptying out like buildings of like the debris?
More like stuff that's on the walls. Like take everything off the walls.
take everything
put
off
new
the
shit
walls,
on the walls.
put new stuff on
for
the
the
walls.
most part. Yeah.
And
So
you're an expert in
you know, we're
this.
doing this all day. It's tough.
Has
it's,
a lifetime
it's heavy
of
work.
reviewing anime, do you think, prepared you for a lifestyle of taking
strong,
things off
it's strong,
of walls?
hard
Not
labor,
really,
right?
Neither,
You occasionally try to
neither
slip.
the 6 months of estrogen nor the 10 years of anime blogging
Has
really
not
prepared me for this.
contributed.
No, but you know, I come home. I come back to my hotel every day after work, and I get on the internet, and I'm on Twitter, and I see Dick Masterson posting tweets of screen caps of comments from Maddox, and every comment is, "How can you support somebody who hangs out with pedophiles?"
Yeah.
I've got 2 of them, idiot.
could you? Hey, hold on.
I'm getting overrun by
I got
pedophiles.
left out of the Maddox pedophile allegations, and I'm very happy about
You
that.
said way worse pedo shit than I have.
Wait a minute,
I don't
look.
know if that's true.
Look at this. Wait, I have one. I can prove it.
Vito
Yes.
Vito on
This is
Twitter.
bullshit.
Oh boy.
Vito's Twitter.
This is a fine tweet. There's nothing wrong with this
Vito
tweet.
being
This is
Vito
a
on
fucked
Twitter.
You
tweet.
can't even see it. They don't even want you to see it.
Oh, wait, why
Vito on
can't I
Twitter.
see it?
I don't know.
Vito on Twitter.
You're fucking.
Did I get banned for posting this on Twitter? There it is. Okay.
I shouldn't be showing this on
Oh,
YouTube.
it's Rokubu.
See,
No,
she
that-
knows where
so
it
look,
is.
help you.
Look.
That doesn't help
Point
you.
against
Hey,
you.
that girl on the right is 18 years old.
No, she's not. How?
Canonically, she is.
No, it's
Wow.
not.
Canonically-
That's not a fucking 18-year-old. That's a little porno lolly thing or whatever.
Okay,
This is a
look,
basketball manga.
I can
It's a
explain-
series about girls doing basketball.
Exactly.
And Vito said, "Don't worry, guys. I'm just going to teach these elementary schoolers
Actually, I do think they're like
how to play
underage in this
basketball.
one.
I'm sure it'll be fine. You have bought some sort of a
explain this.
hentai
I can explain
masturbating
this.
game.
No, well, I don't know
Tokuten?
exactly what it is.
What's the
no,
name?
that's like the company that made it. Scroll up to the original tweet, and it puts it into context.
This is the original tweet.
No, it's not. Okay?
I bought a box of Japanese Vita games.
Pretty
Pretty sure
this,
they're going to call the FBI
if
on
I
me
play this one.
immediately.
So here's the deal: is that Whatnot app I keep telling you about?
Well, I don't want to hear anything else about it now.
Shut
if this is
up.
what you're getting up to.
It's an app where you can buy. It's like Twitch for eBay auctions. It's live auctions, and there's these guys who just put up Japanese games, and it's
Okay.
like a 5-second auction. So you have no time to
Oh,
think.
yeah. Oh, I got, officer, I don't know. It's only 5 seconds. I had no time.
They
5
go-
seconds, and she looked 18 to me.
I was buying just basically every Vita game that came up, and the problem with Japan.
No, you're such a consumer that
I know.
you're fucking speed buying shit you don't even know? What is the fuck is wrong with you? You know what? If you don't
'Cause it's
buy
like
something
$5.
for a day, I won't drink for a day. Every day that you can go without buying something, I will go without drinking that
The
day.
point is, in Japan, so I like space
Thank
shooters.
God you didn't take me up on that
I like
offer.
games with like the planes, and the planes are shooting guns or whatever, or the spapeships.
Are the planes women with
Well,
guns
sometimes
coming
the
out of their
spaceship
tits?
games end up
Probably,
having this
yes.
shit on the cover. There's like
Wait.
Japan, you don't know.
Wait,
Why don't you stop buying from Japan?
For $5, it's worth the I don't know.
It's worth the lolly stuff. But then you
Well,
went and
occasionally-
tweeted about it also.
But occasionally
why'd you do
you'll
that?
buy, like,
Vito, do you play these games?
No, but
Any of them ever?
sometimes
Any of the? Have you ever broken out your Wonder Swan?
I haven't broke out my Vita in a long time. I'll tell you that.
Have you ever played?
It's
your,
a basketball game. It's like NBA Jam.
Bro, do you have like a will or something that explains why you have this shit in your apartment for when you die of a
No,
heart
no.
attack during your exercise stream?
My sister will just liquidate it all and live happy. All right, look, it's a basketball simulation. You have to teach the kids to play basketball. There's nothing wrong with
dribble
that.
on 'em?
No, that's
It's a
not what it
very,
is.
very pedophilic series.
Okay, well, I'm not going to actually play it.
Look, I started drinking by watching this show and drinking Bud Lights every time like something
Yeah.
pedophilic happened was like my drinking game for this show.
I don't want to see this shit.
Well, the other thing is that also, like, the games come up and then you can flip them on eBay for like $30, so I can make money.
pedophiles?
Apparently,
So you're doing a good
Trixie
thing.
knows what it is. So maybe Trixie.
It's actually
Trixie,
it's
give me
a pretty,
$20
that
and
show
that's
had
yours.
multiple seasons. Look,
That show did, yeah, exactly. I looked it up after the fact
It's
because
not
now
a
everybody's mad at
pornography,
me.
but-
So the girls are it's no longer pedophilia because they're,
No longer
they're
pedophilic,
aged in the
it's been
show.
so long,
Like
yeah.
Bart Simpson's like 45 now,
It's
right?
about.
I would even argue it's a show about like grooming a young basketball girls to fall in love
I wouldn't
with
know that
you.
because I haven't watched it and I haven't played the game. All I know, as I said, basketball. Well, I love a good American sport, and if I could teach these Japanese ladies,
You thought it was going to be black guys, right?
I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I thought she was.
Shocker, it's a bunch of little Japanese girls.
Honestly,
That's the story you should say.
I started looking up some clips of it, and I was like, we should really just get some black guys to redub all the little girls because it would be hilarious. They're all just going, hand me the rock. All right, put it in the paint. Go up. Fade away.
And the little
And
girls
the
would
little
be
girls saying that would
Yeah.
yeah. I want to license the show and just get all black guys to do the voice of the girls.
He would have never. Vito would have never made these jokes last week when the black guest was in here. The friend that he said African American film.
I felt so bad.
remember
I
that?
say African American sometimes.
I can't believe you had not like seen that guy in 5 years and you dropped him into this.
you literally
Like,
said the N word like 3 days ago.
I said yeah, but that was after he was on the show because I feel like he transferred me a pass subconsciously.
I don't think.
Look, here's the problem with living in LA. Okay, is
Yeah, we know.
That guy looked like he thought he was in a Jordan Peele movie.
yeah, we get outed.
Is it the same problem that's in Detroit?
Yeah, there's a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Point is, I'm really happy that the audience went and subscribed to his channel. He's probably horrified that he now has 120 new subscribers from our show.
Yeah,
But check him out at youtube.com. The Swaggy Blurred.
he was great.
He's a great guy. He's a cool guy.
His problem was really good too. I think he might have won.
Stan culture. Oh yeah,
He was winning when I looked. At least.
It was a good problem.
Stan culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then tight booths. That was a good one.
Oh, shit, I lost?
You lost by a lot.
What was my problem?
Surrogacy.
Oh, yeah, I
haters.
definitely lost. Never mind.
See, because you brought in, like, surrogacy would be a good one to have on the list, right?
Okay.
Surrogacy haters is like, well, I mean, that's kind of like just a lot of people.
Surrogacy's cool.
I think not enough of
How
us
else
have
am I going to
seen-
make the next generation of adorable basketball players if not?
I haven't seen the
surrogacy,
surrogacy
all right?
haters enough. Like
Do those girls look like they had a father? No, that's why they're being forced to play basketball and
Are you going to make
pimp
your own
themselves
team?
out. Yeah, I'm going to make a whole team of little Giswaldis.
Like the
running
Vito
around.
bunch, but it's just you and little girls in that thing, and
I think-
boom, boom, boom. And Alice is also a little girl, but not related to you.
Yeah, it's just me in the center and a bunch of. I'm not even gonna play. I don't speak Japanese. I'm not gonna be able to play the Japanese basketball game.
Makes them more erotic.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip it on eBay. They're easy flips. People buy this weird shit.
Pedo Bay, probably.
Pedo Bay. If it was a shooter, I'd
Flip it on
play it.
Silk Road.
There's this
right?
game like Death Smiles. You ever see that game? You probably haven't seen that
I
game.
have seen that.
No.
But you know what I'm talking about. It's like on the cover, it's just a bunch of like little girls like holding
Yeah.
hands. And you play the game and you're like shooting demons and you're like, oh, that's cool. I like that. This is not that. This is little girls playing basketball, which is different.
But you tweeted about it. That's what makes
Because
it
I
a
don't
Vito's
care
Twitter.
anymore.
Vito's Twitter.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with kick or keep. I'm just like, I've stopped caring
About what?
about my reputation.
When did you
or-
ever care about your professional idiot? Is
I know,
your tagline.
but like at this point, it's like just so far down the rabbit hole of like whatever.
Yeah.
This is just what it is now.
Yeah.
So I'm just off the chain.
Wait till Maddox gets a hit piece on you.
I know.
Then your reputation will really
he's
be
slacking. He needs to figure out what he's got to say about you. He can't seem to. I guess he just doesn't know where to start.
It would take him 10 years to make another video. He doesn't have time to do that.
That's
Yeah,
true.
That's true.
I
He
don't
was
know
supposed
what
to
he-
do those Q&As.
what-
Where's our fucking Q&As?
We're not getting Q&As.
I don't know. I was waiting for those.
I think
What's his next
It's
play?
weird. It's like he thinks that if he doesn't make video, because he's left so many comments, like he could just. It would be so much easier to turn on a camera and like talk to people at mass
He should
instead of
take
responding
the
to
comments.
every single comment.
Okay, hold on. If he wasn't an idiot, just take the comments and make one video going through them one by one.
Oh,
and
don't worry, I've
responding
already
to
done
them.
it for him. It's
That
called
would-
comments on comments,
would-
where I take every Maddox comment and read it and respond.
He could
to it.
actually monetize that though.
Yeah.
Just like an hour of reading comments on the video and calling.
You clearly didn't watch the video. Next, you clearly didn't watch the video.
strangling dogs and hanging out with pedophiles.
And he hangs out with pedophiles. And you're supporting a sociopath. You must be a sociopath yourself.
I was so excited that we finally had something to talk about other than Eric July, and then Eric July
Oh.
forces us back into this fucking endless cycle of, well, this is probably done with.
I'm seething.
Yeah,
I'm
we're both.
absolutely seething.
coping
I am
and
actually
seething.
seething with rage.
You
though.
claim that you're actually seething.
Well, I wanted him to
Lose it
fight
all.
the lawsuit forever
Yeah.
because lawsuits are so funny.
right.
And he's retarded.
Yeah.
I wanted to
He
see
just
him.
rolled over.
Yeah, he just rolled over, took it up the ass.
For those of you who don't know, Eric July has triumphantly
Triumphantly admitted
stepped
defeat.
through the flames.
Boy.
A man of action, a true warrior, vanquishes enemies by settling a trademark lawsuit with an international school of ministry.
that he said he was going to fight.
That he said he was going to fight to the
bogus,
bitter end
that he was gonna
against a
sue
group
us.
of fake Christians. He said he was
Yeah.
going to sue us. But instead, he's found the more valiant W is to bend over and
and do what we said to do.
do
at
what
the
we told him
beginning.
to do right away.
Sometimes taking an L can be the more respectable thing to do.
Yeah.
You know? I think
Yeah.
you and I both on the subject of Destiny going on his show, even though like I don't think either of us really lost, but like in the eyes of society we did. So we
Yeah,
both kind of
sure.
were like, yeah, you know what?
Oh, your
Kinda-
debates
I kinda
against
did get my
Destiny?
ass kicked by
Yeah.
Destiny, and it's like people like this when they're like,
want a friend,
"Oh,
though.
actually, nobody
You
won
want a
or
friend.
lost," and all that shit. It's like, what are you fucking talking?
you talking
like, just-
about?
Like, everyone's gonna laugh at that. If you just said like, "Yeah, I fucked up," we'd all be like, "Cool." You know,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next thing. But it's always got to be like, I'm
just mad.
won
Okay.
in a weird
was a
way.
tie.
Yeah.
Everyone's going, so Vito must be so mad. And I'm like, I am, but not for the reason that you're proposing.
Doesn't matter.
I'm mad
Eric
because
July gets a W. He gets a win
when
because we're
this
mad.
happened, I went, okay, so I know what you're doing. You're going to frame this as a big battle against me and Dick.
Yeah.
And then when you inevitably settle that lawsuit, you're going to go, see, I triumphed over the haters. They wanted me to fail. And now everybody's coming to my comments and going, see, Vito, you wanted him to fail. You wanted him to lose that trademark. And I'm like, didn't I go on like every show and say I don't care
He
if
did
Eric-
lose the trademark. He doesn't have
Well,
it.
he doesn't. That's the
He
other
doesn't have
thing.
it.
He's
It's
kind
not
of
his.
his audience doesn't seem to realize that he's kind of dancing around what actually happened.
Well, I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah.
He said they're fake Christians and
Right.
that we were going to pay. He was going to sue us, and it was unclear how much it was going to cost us. And then that his rock star lawyers were going to handle it. And then
Right.
he hired new lawyers
Right.
and immediately settled
Right.
and said that they're a fellow Christian organization and that they're great people.
I kind of.
That's what happened.
I don't know how it went from I can't believe these fake Christians
Actually, they're
would do
wonderful
this, and they went,
Christians.
"What a wonderful group of people!" And I'm so happy to be. Here's what people don't realize that he's dancing around this. He did
Yeah.
give up the ISOM trademark. Is that
Never had it.
Well, so the way he said it, he goes, "I will not be changing the name of ISOM."
That was never the issue.
And ISOM 3 will come out as scheduled. So I read between the lines and I go, okay, so you did exactly what I said to do, which was tell them, listen, let me put out ISOM number 3 and then I'll just change the name of the comic book.
To the shitty
To
3D clip art adventures of ISOM.
Yeah, exactly.
Of ISOM, my dead great-great-great-great-grandfather.
He's welcome to, I don't know if he's hiding secret information. He wants to get one over on us and say, actually, I don't have to change the name of the comic. Fantastic. But every tweet he's put out, I went, he's not saying that he gets to keep the name of the comic, which makes me believe that he is changing the name of the comic. And here's what he'll do, and this is my called shot. When ISOM 4 comes out, he's going to go, I'm so excited to announce the next chapter of the ISOM adventure, the ISOM adventure. And people are going to go, why are you changing the name? Does that have something to do with the trademark? It'll go, no, I always was going to change the name of that ISOM comic. I always had this planned.
yeah.
No, you have to change it because that was the settlement that
I
you
hope,
arrived at.
I hope he typos the new title, like the Dramastic Adventures of
Something.
ISOM or something like that.
Which again, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. And I would not have even, if you'd had to change the name of the comic to begin with, I would have went, yeah, well, that's like a reasonable thing to do in that situation. Just go, yeah, I don't want my trademark to bump up against yours. I'll change the name of the comic. I won't call you a fake Christian and make a bunch of videos about how I'm going to sue a bunch of unrelated YouTubers and talk about torturous
my
interference.
relationship
Yeah.
with Nick Ricada and
Right.
EBS over this fucking lawsuit.
Possibly
'cause
incriminate myself in potential charity fraud on a big weird live stream where I'm humiliated at my inability to understand basic law.
Idiot.
And claim I want to kill people who put stickers on my warehouse. But yes, Dick, we are currently coping. We are currently
I
seething.
am. I genuinely am. I take it as a loss. I
Because
hate
you don't get to watch a lawsuit spectacle.
Yeah.
Whereas I genuinely, look, somebody asked, I put it this way. I'm like, if Eric got hit in the face with a pie, I would laugh. It does not mean I am actively hoping for Eric July to get hit in the face with a pie.
Why?
Because I just don't, it's not something I wake up thinking about.
I'm actively hoping anybody gets hit. That like,
What are you
it's
talking
so
about?
fucking funny at
Pies
any
flying
moment.
around all the time. That'd be great.
That's how you two operate, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
But in the same way,
If I see a random guy, I'm like, oh man, I hope like he gets hit with a fucking pie.
if
right
Eric
in
July
his face.
somehow lost the name of his character Isom, I would laugh at his foibles and I would blame it on his inability to handle this situation like an adult.
Yeah.
But I'm also not out here going, oh man,
Oh,
I
you're such
such
a good person,
not
Vito.
that I'm a good
You're so
person.
much better than all of us.
No, it's less. You know what it is? It's that I think that this would be a hard thing for those guys to win. I think it was kind of a frivolous lawsuit. I said that. I said there's like slight basis I could understand, and they obviously don't want to. I'll also say this: I wonder if he's allowed to sell merchandise with the ISOM name on it. I think that might be another thing he lost.
I don't care about that. It's over.
It's still not good for him, and it's something that maybe he could have retained if he didn't go out there and call them fake Christians. I assume probably didn't have that much bearing on it, but
Who cares?
I care because he did what I told him to do. How is that an L for me? I said, go settle.
Because you don't get credit, so it's
I
actually
don't
a big
even
L
want
for you.
credit. I just
Yes,
don't
you
want
do.
to be
Yes, you
told.
do.
I just don't want to be told. You must be absolutely furious that he did the exact things you told him to do.
It's a big
which
L
was
for
to
you.
stop talking about it, stop making stupid videos about it, handle it privately, and then he gets to come out and make a video and goes, "We have triumphed over the haters.
Yeah,
we
that's
destroyed
cool.
them by settling a minor trademark dispute with a bunch of Christians who have
He
no."
framed
Oh
it
my-
well, though. You look at you. You're upset. You're obviously upset.
You know what? You make a very good point.
I know that he won this round. You don't always have to win. Doesn't mean you have to like it.
It's not a round. There was never a round. It has nothing
there's a
to do
round.
with us.
I'm coming
He
back.
won a round against you. I have nothing to do with this.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Vito.
This
with the
entire
round
narrative
comment.
hinges on the idea that we somehow tried to get, or I tried to somehow get him sued, which I didn't because I don't care and I don't even want him to get sued.
I do.
Yeah,
I
you
thought it was
do.
awesome what
So-
Obtuse Gnome did. I think it was funny and cool that he did it.
There you go. So
It's great to defend charity,
Yeah.
especially when you can hurt an asshole while you do it. Like
Dick,
that Gerard fucking guy.
yeah,
That's awesome too.
that scenario
Carl's
is becoming-
jokes is fucking cool for exposing that cocksucker.
That's Gerard's story. I know people thought, and I did talk over Carl, and I feel bad, but people should be following that story. It's gotten a lot more interesting since Carl was on our show.
Yeah.
Go watch my video about his apology. Hey,
You
people
should apologize for taking an L with Eric July.
I should. I'll make an hour-long apology explaining how Eric is so smart.
Um,
And he has walked warriors.
That is
Unwhite-
that Gerard guy is another perfect example of not taking an L. You pointed
yeah,
that out
yeah.
in your
He
video,
could have
too.
he could have taken it out so easily and
Yeah.
been through all this.
I fucked up. I'm not good at planning. I'm good at being a front man.
Yeah.
I just can't.
What do you think about Eric
Eric?
attacking Nick Recated, though? Did you see that?
No, what'd he say?
Did you not watch his 16-minute follow-up video where he goes, now that the lawsuit business is settled, I have some things to say? Oh, you missed.
He can speak?
You missed.
What did he say?
I mean, his basic theory was,
What it is?
all these guys are jibber-jabbering, but we do
Yeah.
truly have rock star lawyers, and you should not be listening to this man who's... he basically insinuated Nick Recated is a drunk. And I'm like, yeah, that's what makes Nick Recated cool.
Yeah.
And that he's not a practicing lawyer, therefore he has no business advising a man to shut up, stop incriminating himself, and stop telling a nice group of friendly Christians who do missionary work around the world that they are fake Christians and bustas trying to shut a good black man
They're
down.
all mad. People can tell that you're mad.
I'm furious.
And you're saying that you're not seething, but you are.
I said why I'm mad. I'm mad at the belief that I'm mad.
but you are mad.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's cyclical. The You Mad game is a fascinating game. Don't
When
forget
you're
to vote it
mad,
up.
it is.
furious.
You are mad.
I'm furious.
What is that?
The anger is washing over. I'm making the anger. I'm dissipating
furious.
into the ether.
So if Eric July, so if you had a lever and there was a pie flying at Eric July's face, would you pull the lever to change the pie to hit me in the face, let's say?
The trolley pie. I would
Yeah.
allow the pie to strike Eric. July
Okay,
in
so
the
you
face.
do want him to get hit in
If
the
I
face
had the
with a
option to hit
pie.
you both in the face with a pie, I'd allow that.
With some kind of a magical pie, okay. Classic Vito response.
I should go to
A
Eric.
magical self.
Magical
Of course,
pie.
Vito
Midair,
immediately
it
thinks
splits
of
Vito the liberal.
self-replicating pies.
Yeah.
Do we have some sort of an
Endless
infinity pie
resources.
machine? Okay.
I got to think of some good sound clips to give the Eric July community during this episode, though. I want them to have that.
How about that renowned zero guy?
That guy's great. I just want to give
He
him so
wakes
many
up
clips.
and gets vaccinated every day. Have you seen that guy?
Renowned Zero gets a big W. What a winner!
Oh
And,
man, he needs a win.
he needs
Come
a
on,
win.
give him a win.
I'll give him a win.
All
Renowned
right.
Zero, all your attacks on me
What if
on
Riley
Twitter,
becomes the pie man?
you're destroying me. I wake up every
Eyes
day and I
people.
curse your name, Renowned Zero.
Okay. Jack Rockstar says, I loved having a regular person be a guest on the show. It really makes you appreciate how bonkers the show really is. Yeah. Broncos B season. I wonder why Avery Knox didn't make an appearance on the last episode. Great show, guys. Thanks again.
Yeah,
He was scheduled, but he showed up late. Kyle Knight, I'm canceling my Patreon because Vito made me look like a fool to my friend. I told my buddy we were going to see my name at the end of the show, but of course Vito fumbles the ball.
That's
and
not
uses the
my
wrong
fault.
graphic.
You have the wrong graphic queued up for some reason.
No, it's not your fault. Okay.
I don't
What
know
else-
where
what
things
else
are on
is
your
new?
computer. You better queue up the right one for this episode. You're gonna have to look for it.
Car crash, Jason. Wow, Vito wasn't making up his black friend. Great episode.
Well, I don't think I have a black friend anymore after last episode. All the fucking comments I had to delete.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there was a couple that I went, this is a guy who's probably going to check in, see if the
No
audience
offense,
likes
Trixie,
him.
but I think you're gonna have to be on delete detail this week again too.
I went, a lot of our guests, after they're on the show, they will go and they will look and say, I wonder if I did good on the show. And when the
do
first
that.
comment says, can we stop having so many blacks on the... I go, I just don't think he's going to want to see that, and it's going to paint a picture that maybe he doesn't need to see.
Blacks, like the one black
Yeah,
guy
but
in
we get one
100
black guy on the show.
episodes.
Does everybody need to leave a comment about it? Just say, wow, that was a great show. It was so funny.
It's
great
funny
to have
though.
him
Look at
on.
how upset you're getting.
I feel like
Meat
I don't know what
Spinner
to say to
says,
people.
I will never understand why so many VTubers try to deflect from what Gerard did. Like, if he touched none of the money whatsoever, he'd still be 100% guilty of charity fraud. Yeah, I really hate anytime an e-celebrity says, like, well, they were always nice to me. I think, like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, of
Well,
course
like,
they are.
Yeah.
It's a smiley glad hand. You know, like just a guy who comes up to you and like wants something from you, so they're nice to you. That's what manipulative people like. If somebody comes up to you and they're an asshole, you'd be more likely to be like, well, wait a minute, like.
Do you think
Why
Gerard
do you
got
think
where he
you're
was?
can do that?
by being at the game convention. Someone goes, "Hey, the completionist, can I take a picture with you?" And he shoves him to the
Fuck
ground.
off.
Yeah.
You fucking get out of here, you piece of...
No, that's how he got
He's
popular.
smoking a joint?
He's smoking something.
I was doing, like, a cigar,
Yeah,
like
if
this.
you're
You
not
were
a-
doing
My
like
finger
this.
positions were not.
Well, your fingers were closed. So how are you
I
fucking
think a
smoking
joint was what I was.
You're smoking a joint and you're that
It could be a
upset?
cigarette.
Yeah, I guess.
Are we really nitpicking the hand movement I used to gesture?
It just looks like you're jacking off a cock
Yeah.
in your mouth. that's
Well,
all.
maybe the completionist is a super nice guy. Come on over here, guys. Let me help you out. Thanks for watching my channel. All right? I don't know what that guy was doing, but everybody loved him. And, yeah, they're all nice guys. I get it.
Just like, well,
Like if you had a pipe, you're like, get out of here, you little like this, right? You'd think that's weird, right?
Right.
It's the same thing with Harley talking about Maddox. Like he was nice
Yeah.
to me. Like yeah, they're all gonna be. They're fucking trying to be liked. That's their whole existence is trying to be liked.
Yeah.
Their
If you
one
watch
mission.
Ted Bundy documentaries, like, oh, he's always such a nice guy. Like,
Yeah.
And I seem like a nice guy, and then next thing you
No,
know,
you-
I'm posting videos of my PS Vita acquisitions, and you know, something weird's going on there. So you can never trust anyone. I'm
Onion.
gonna make another video about that completionist guy though, because you saw he had a follow up. They posted. Here's the stupidest thing
They
about
posted that call.
Yeah, that they did a call with him, and on the call he's groveling like a little bitch, going, "I don't think you guys understand. I really wanted to pay tribute to my mom, and my career's going to be over." And they're like, "Well, dude, well, I don't know. There's probably a way to handle it." They were actually being super nice to him.
Yeah.
And then when he made his response, he's like, "I'm going to sue these motherfuckers into the ground." You're like, "Whoa, where did that energy come
Whoops.
from?" Yeah,
Shouldn't have said
and then
that.
you go, "Wait, but you knew they had audio of you sounding like a little petulant bitch, like." Why did you try to play the tough
Gerard,
guy
what are you
card?
doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? That's like if you know someone's got pictures of you in a dress sucking 50 cocks and you make a video and you go, "I'm the Ultraman and I'm going to show you."
Hey, where'd you get my picture?
Yeah, where'd you get those pictures? It's like, well, we had them right here.
Yeah.
Vito, can
Anyway.
I have one of your strange Asian beverages?
Oh, you're not gonna like them. They're weird.
Maybe she will. I didn't.
What's
like
going on here?
it. It's like some sort of weird fruit. Is it apple?
Nonaru
Palu?
koru. Non-alcohol.
Samurai Jack says intrusive thoughts. Hey, Dick and Vito, one of my most intrusive thoughts
Plum one.
is getting a paper cut on my eye. Back in middle school, I actually had this happen. A friend of mine was sitting on the bleachers behind me and asked me to look at his homework. As I turned around, the paper was right beside my head and it sliced directly through my eyeball.
Fuck.
I could actually feel the surface of my eye flapping when I
the fuck?
blinked.
Dude,
it
that
hurt
hurt.
like hell.
Stop reading
And it
this.
still makes
Stop
me
reading
cringe to
this.
this
Stop
day, even as I
reading
type
this.
this. Thanks for not killing yourselves.
I love that. That's awesome.
That's awful.
Wow, okay.
That sucks.
Are we ready to do?
Now that's in my head forever. I'm going to think about that.
No, that's why I read it, just to punish the
like-
I like
audience
it.
for listening to the show. My problem is women fighting in movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like fist fighting.
Because
being
they
physical.
like can't.
It's like watching Air Bud to me.
I could think of a few really bad ones, like Guardians of
ya?
the Galaxy. There's like a part
Yeah.
where the sisters are fighting at the end, and I'm like, neither of them looks like they could
At least they're robots.
ever has tried to throw a punch.
least they're
That's
At least
true.
they're robots.
That's
I'm watching
true.
this Rebel Moon. I don't know what you call it.
Netflix
A Snyder thing.
extravaganza. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, a science fiction fantasy epic.
And then I see a little girl, an Instagram model.
Yes.
First of all, the movie opens with an Instagram model working on a farm, and I think, I'm out. I don't need it.
She
It
did
opens
not-
with a space pussy,
yeah.
and I think that's strike
That
one.
was a vagina. That was strange.
obviously a
yeah.
vagina. Like,
Just
nobody.
a big vag in space. If you don't know what
I
we're
like
talking
that about Snyder, though. Snyder's good at that sort of thing. Did you see
big
Man?
vagina?
Did you see Man of Steel, where the Kryptonians all have like obvious penis rocket ships?
That's true. They were just
They
dicks.
do
Huge dicks, dude. It was great.
more than Spaceballs.
Dude, it was like very blatantly they take off in giant ribbed penises.
Zack Snyder's not a subtle director.
No.
he's maybe the opposite.
But that's the
of that.
thing. Is like I kind of like it. I'm kind of like maybe sometimes.
Are you going to be fucking saying that this is a good movie all episode? Is that your new thing?
Have you seen this movie?
Oh, I've seen it. Well,
it's fucking horrible. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It makes no sense. Why are there just Nazis there? It's not even like this is it's not even like they're fascists. They're fascists.
Yeah.
And they have similar uniforms. It's like, bro, that's just a straight up space Nazi.
They have neckties.
For no reason.
Why would you have neckties?
Why
in
is there
space?
a rape in a Star Wars movie?
Oh,
Why am I
boy.
thinking, is this bitch about to get raped?
Yeah, she was about to get raped.
Is a Gungan gonna
In
pop
Star
out of her
Wars.
pussy and go, you're gonna get raped? What the fuck is happening in this movie?
It's Zack Snyder's rapey Star Wars, and I don't know.
I thought kids getting
I'm
killed
kinda
was the
all there
worst thing
for
you
it.
could have in a Star Wars movie, but no, it's a woman about to be raped. It's the worst thing. Thank you. Can you grab Trixie one too? Thank you.
I found that movie fascinating.
Oh, you are irony poisoned.
I don't think
You have irony poisoning.
I don't know if I have
man.
irony poisoning as much as I'm just like, I appreciate the stupidity of it so much. It's like, because things can be stupid for a bad reason, but this is like stupid in a way where you're like, wow, he really just went for it.
There's lots of stuff like the problem I have with that is like because he's a famous person can get his like really dumb movie in front of you, but like there's so many
Other people with terrible ideas.
yeah, that are like equally kind of interesting in like a couple ways. Like every season, every 3 months, 50 new anime come out.
Yeah.
And like they're all garbage, but a couple of them are like watchable garbage, and then most of them are dog shit. But
It's like if you went on DeviantArt and you went through like a bunch of like terrible
Sonic OC.
Yeah, a bunch of terrible like Star Wars
Do you do that?
fan
Do you just
fiction.
cruise the Sonic OC channel.
Hey man, sometimes I want to see a hedgehog inflate like a blueberry, and there is nothing wrong with that.
Knuckles
Point
with
is,
a toilet for a mouth. You like that?
no, that's
Knuckles with
that's
the
the most
toilet
fucked
for
up
a
thing I've ever seen in my life. I've seen that, and it's terrible.
I have not seen
You
that.
don't wanna-
I have a perfect
you don't wanna
mental
see that.
image
Yeah,
of it
Sonic
already.
shits in the Knuckles with a
Stop.
toilet for a mouth.
That's worse. That's worse than the eyeball thing. Honestly, it's the worst.
That's awesome.
Why?
It's just horrifying. I don't want someone to shit in Knuckles' mouth. I like Knuckles.
Knuckles is a cocksucker. Fuck him. He's an idiot. He's a useful idiot. Perfect Biden voter. Knuckles the echidna.
Anyway, there's something about a guy just having a terrible idea and a company throwing $150 million or whatever it was at it.
You are such
that
a
I
cynical
can't look
asshole.
away from.
They had a fucking countdown timer for the whole world on Netflix. This
Yeah.
shit, get ready for this shit. It's gonna blow your nuts off. And then there's an Instagram whore pretending to work on a farm in front of Saturn.
Yeah.
I think, what the fuck is this?
That shot
After
looks
this
so
space
bad.
vagina. And then 2 hours later, this bitch is whipping around an antenna like Rey Mysterio, doing jump kicks.
Yeah, she's
on
doing like high wire.
on a
fucking-
Nazi.
Yeah.
That it might as well just be called a Proud Boy, Space Proud Boys. She breaks his arm using I don't know what.
She uses the whatever the
Women
buoy.
need to
it's
use
a
their
space
hips
buoy.
to open a heavy door. And she's busting guys' arms,
Yeah.
punching his kneecap in half, and hitting him so hard that his teeth shoot out, and then it turns out he's a fucking robot. And I'm
I
sitting
don't know
there
if he was
going,
completely a robot. I think he might have just had like a robot.
he just had a metal
Spoiler alert.
skull in his fucking
I don't know.
head.
He might have just had a port in his head.
It's Air Bud. Watching women fight
the
always
same
has
as
been.
watching dogs
What is-
play
Dogs
basketball.
play basketball.
What's supposed? Does she have like powers, or is she just?
She's
like-
got extreme military training from the most intense
no.
imperial training
If I can't
academy.
see that on their body, then I don't like. It's a disconnect. Like if you're gonna have that, she has to look like a big
yeah,
military.
I mean,
chick,
when she
you
was
know?
working the fields, I was like, she can't push that plow. Her arms are like not that
She doesn't
fucking
even know how
toned.
wheels work, probably, if she's anything like women on Earth.
Well, I would mention that a movie that is a good example of why women shouldn't fight was Birds of Prey. I don't know if you saw that one. That was
Harley
with
Quinn's?
Harley Quinn, Inigo Montoya, and Black
Oh, I did see
Canary.
that.
Yeah,
That movie sucked.
That movie sucks because it's a bunch
Air
of
Bud
women
2.
doing stupid acrobatic stuff against like huge jacked like mob guys, and I'm like, yeah, he'd just like grab her by the head and just like slam her face into the wall, like.
I think maybe domestic violence is exaggerated.
Yeah.
If women are going to these and thinking, oh, that's reasonable, like, I don't.
You've clearly never been hit by a man before.
Yeah. What are you guys doing that angel shot for? What do you think that is actually going to happen to you?
It is hard to suspend your disbelief knowing that, and this is always a problem with movies, is are the odds so stacked against that character that it becomes believable. And there's multiple women in that movie who are supposed to be. There's a little Asian lady, like a
The
tiny
girl that looks like Mad Max, like Charlize Theron
Is that
in Mad Max with the eyes.
No, she was cool though. I thought she was cool. She didn't, but she wasn't punching guys. She had a gun.
Did you like when
She had a
Tarzan
gun.
was flying a griffin around for no reason?
I mean,
The Tarzan, the guy that with the abs,
No.
is a slave, and then he says, "I'll gamble you for my freedom" to his slave owner, and the gamble is that he can ride a big bird.
yeah.
And then he does. And then the
All
guy
right.
gets killed.
This movie sounds stupid and lame.
The stupidest part was when the Asian lady fought the spider and everyone else just watched. I'm like, you should probably help her fight that spider. And they're all just kind of standing there with guns that we've seen in previous scenes. And I'm like, why don't you shoot the spider while the Asian lady's fighting it? Here's the thing. That movie is so stupid that I want to watch it again.
Oh, you fucker.
It's one of these
You are
things.
such a
I
fucker.
love it. One of my favorite movies is Southland Tales.
You're supposed to be somebody who shits on bad movies.
Yeah, it's
and now
bad.
you're sitting here celebrating.
But it's
a bad
okay,
movie.
here's the thing.
You have
is
to work really hard to reconcile.
There's
this.
movies that are bad in a way that I'm like, this isn't even interesting in any way, you know?
This movie was. Rebel Moon.
What
is
was
that.
so interesting about this movie?
What was
good
interesting about this movie was seeing a man who has clearly never evolved since past the shit he scribbled in his notebook after reading Dark Knight in high school.
Wait, hold on. Did you like Sucker Punch?
I never watched Sucker Punch actually.
right.
That's surprising.
Yeah. I've heard of what Sucker Punch is, and I honestly went, I don't know if I can watch that. That sounds horrifying.
I would think a surrogacy
It's
fan
weird.
would love that movie.
Yeah. Women being tortured in a hospital and having their brains, they're about to be
Well,
lobotomized. I was like,
there's,
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of
Hollywood
weird
guys
layers
are
to
just
that movie.
writing boys but casting women to do them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird. And then I
Yeah.
see it on screen and I'm like, nah, this is some Greek shit that you're doing here.
I'll say that the main character of Sucker Punch was definitely a disappointment. It was very one note. I'm a badass lady.
You mean Rebel Moon?
Rebel Moon, yeah. What did I say?
Yeah,
Sucker
I'm a
Punch.
badass.
I'm a badass, and I'm such a badass that I've gone in hiding, and now I have to return to my badass ways. Not only am I a badass,
Poochie.
but I'm the secret greatest badass, and I used to work for
She's
all the
the greatest
badasses.
combatsman in the history of battle. What? There's a quadrillion. There's a quintillion
Yeah.
people in your galaxy.
Just seeing a guy.
She's the best
yeah.
one that ever was.
Okay, but that part where
You don't have any guys that can do this
No.
out of a
She's way better.
quintillion people.
she's been training since she was a child. And there's that flashback on the battlefield. She runs up. She's got the flag or whatever. And I'm like, this is just like a guy took some PS2 cutscenes and then spent way too much money on them.
Yeah.
It's like watching Gears of War or something stupid.
Now
you
that was
know?
a good.
That was a good
That was
game.
a good
Fun
game.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
It's like taking that and then just making the cutscenes look real
Just
fancy.
seeing heads explode in my mind.
Putting some real bad actors in those scenes, and they all have Scottish accents for some reason.
on chicks fighting in movies, there's two ways that I do like it. One is if the chicks are actually big, masculine women who look like they could at the very least Michelle Rodriguez size. She's the minimum size of chick
Okay.
who looks like she could fight.
yeah.
Or if it's really small women with the stupidest, largest sword you could pot, just way comical, yeah.
I was gonna
Little
say,
tiny,
they have
tiny
to have,
girl with giant
Yeah.
gun,
They
type
need crazy
shit.
blades. A lady with crazy swords. Battle Angel Alita. You're like, that little robot couldn't do anything. She's like, I have swords for hands. And you're like, oh, cool. All right, never mind.
They have to trick the guy into thinking that he's getting his dick sucked.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
If that's not in the fight, then I'm out. I don't buy it.
Well, part of
At
their
all.
part of their
It's got to start with, how would you hey, sailor.
Hey, buddy.
You want your dick sucked
Hey,
over there? And
buddy.
he's like, what, for real? And then she kicks him in the nuts. That's what every single fight should be like if there's a woman involved.
I don't have a problem with female with guns in movies, right? Because there's been expert female marksmen in war and stuff like that. So that
Not in
works.
war.
A few, maybe one, two. I don't know. Name one.
Hold on.
In
Hold
life.
on.
In
No, no,
history.
no, no,
yeah.
no, no, no.
What, Annie Oakley? What do you think?
Annie Oakley's a good example.
What is she? Do you know that?
yeah, she was a trick
Have
shooter.
women been allowed to fight since?
Maybe
Like,
a bunch
since
of
war
Russian
got-
women.
Exactly. Ludium Plavenchko fought for the Red Army during World War II, the deadliest female sniper in history.
She killed 2 guys.
Shut
By
up.
driving home from war. On the drive home from war.
2,000
she ran over
women
2 drunks
became
while she was trying to park.
There were 2,000 women snipers in the Red Army during World War II. Granted, that's against 25
How many guys
million
died?
Russians.
20 million
but
Russians? Okay.
I'm just saying, there's historical precedent there.
Because the snipers were like, hey, you want to get your dick sucked? Well, really? Pop, 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 pop. Shit, give me another one. Pop, pop, pop.
Whatever works.
Are you
man.
serious about the dick sucking? I'm going to go back to hiding.
I know
if
you
you're
shot
not.
those first 3 guys, but I feel like me and you have a pop. All right, never mind. But women with guns, that's fine.
This problem to me also, I'm realizing it reminds me of like in anime, it's always like a shrimpy little Japanese guy who like kicks everybody's ass.
Yeah.
And that gets real tiring too, because it's always just like some wimpy asshole who like has never worked out, but then they take off their shirt and they always are like ripped for no reason.
Yeah.
Not doing anything, just living a normal life.
Well, the myth of the badass Asian martial artist has been sadly destroyed. You've been watching all the videos of like ancient Chinese karate masters, and there's just one.
No.
Yeah,
What?
who?
You haven't
You
seen this?
saying you've been? Yeah, neither
would
of
I
us
be
know what the
watching that?
Everyone's
fuck you're
watching
talking
this. These
about.
videos are great. What are you talking about?
Everyone where? Where are they
Wow,
posted?
you guys
what
are out of the
website?
loop. Shut
Tell
the
me
fuck up.
anything.
You guys are actually out of the loop. There's just you haven't heard
Out of what loop?
out of the loop of this guy who's been going around China beating up every other Chinese person. It's awesome.
Like
Russell
now,
Crowe?
No,
or-
there's a Chinese guy. He's just like a regular MMA guy. He's not even that good at MMA, but he just goes, I will fight the top karate masters, any of them. And then they show up and they do these
China?
televised matches in China, and they show up to him and they're like, wah, ho, cha, cha, wah, wah. And then he just punches them in the face repeatedly until they fall down.
Is this an AI that you're talking about?
Didn't,
No,
like,
this is
Steven Seagal do this or
He's-
something in the 80s? Like,
No, wait, how have you guys not heard about this? And China is pissed because he's humiliating all this ancient, like, for the longest time,
Why
Chinese.
is China pissed?
The Chinese government hates this guy.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm dead serious.
The Chinese government really hates this one life hack.
Oh my God,
he'd
they
be
do.
dead if they hated him that
He's got
much.
like such a low social credit that he can no longer take the train to go beat up other Chinese people.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
dead serious because they're so mad at him, and then he finds his way to these dojos and he beats the shit out of these old Chinese masters who claim to have all sorts of psychic powers.
You have mixed up so many Japanese and
You're
Chinese
gonna feel
things in
stupid
this.
when you look this up.
No, because it's retarded.
It's not retarded. This is the
he
coolest thing
can't
ever.
take a bus
That
because he's
guy's
such
a hero.
badass.
Yes.
It sounds like fucking Kimbo Slice shit.
It's
Like
true.
the Undertaker shit.
They keep like trying to keep him down because he's exposing that.
So he has to walk from town
these
to
hundreds
town?
of years of Chinese
From dojo
mysticism.
to dojo?
Yeah, exactly. He's a wandering
Thousands of
warrior.
years.
He's not walking there, but he has to. He has like certain. I think he can't
He has to-
fly.
he has to try to take
He
his
can't
own
fly,
rickshaw.
so he has to take a bus or something like that. And he's just going around
Like John
China,
Madden?
beating up Chinese.
We're going
guys.
over here.
We should bring up a video of it.
No,
It's great.
I don't want to watch.
I don't know why you're negging the story. It's a good story about that guy.
Send clips.
And maybe if he was
later.
beating up women, you'd be celebrating him.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Talking
It'd be
about
a way
It's totally
different story.
different. Yeah. Guy goes from town to town beating up women. Chinese government hates him.
Everybody
Yeah,
in the
I
chat
bet.
who knows what I'm talking about, please super chat and let Dick
Everybody
know
gaslight
that he's an
Vito
idiot,
into thinking
'cause
that this doesn't exist.
All
Super
these
chat
videos
that
are
this
great.
doesn't exist. You never heard about it.
Granted,
You'll win the super chat
granted,
rating contest.
I've now turned this show into the Joe Rogan show because I think he watches all those clips.
That's why I don't do clips.
because he's a big fighting guy. Joe Rogan says Steven Seagal's
didn't watch any of them,
Aikido
so-
skills are legitimate, though.
Didn't.
The fuck? Who cares?
I mean, it's interesting. Aikido is a shitty martial
Why would
art.
Joe
but-
Rogan say that Aikido skills were?
Why do you know
'cause-
so much about martial arts? Where is this coming from?
Because all right, so I find it interesting, the world of martial arts, like the different styles.
Yeah.
And it's gotten down to the point where it's like we spent all this time inventing all these different martial arts styles, and the Brazilians,
Yeah.
whatever,
I did a lot
humanity
of that.
figured it out.
pedophiles.
Okay, we spent all this time trying all these. Shut up. All right. Humans have spent all this time trying to develop these elaborate fighting styles.
Yeah.
And the Brazilians figured out that just kicking a guy over and over is the best
Well, in a
fighting
ring-
style of all time.
No, that's bullshit.
Well, what's better?
Wing Chun, Kung Fu is the best.
No, Wing
No,
Chun
because
gets
you
destroyed by
fucking
MMA guys.
Because you can't kill them.
Wing Chun is like fake shit. It's not like actually
Oh,
powerful.
fuck. It was made by a woman, ironically, that I'm bringing this problem in.
Wing Chun was made by
Wing
a
Chun
woman?
was made by a woman who
Wow.
looked over the wall of the Shaolin Temple because the women weren't allowed in.
I think that the Chinese have
UFC is
been
not a good
exposed.
measure of what's the best fighting style.
I guess
there's a bunch
okay,
of rules.
You're right. Well, there are no actual death matches to like prove any of this, but it seems way more effective than what the Wing Chun guys are doing. They get in the ring and they're like, oh, and the guy just pummels them and they're like, oh. Did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and Bruce Willis gets the shit beat out of him by Bruce. Well, it's even.
That wasn't even real in the movie, though. You're describing a dream sequence from a movie, so it's doubly not real.
It wasn't a dream sequence in the movie. That was a real sequence in the movie.
What martial art would you use if you were going to? What would you
Brazilian
practice?
Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay. So you want to be grappling on the floor
because you could lay down.
You just train your leg to be really strong, and then you just kick the guy until his leg gives out. That's what happened to Conor McGregor fighting what's his name. The guy just kept kicking Conor McGregor's leg until his legs just didn't work anymore. He's like, well, I fucking lose. No, it was that the one who is like a rapist. All of them.
The one? Yeah.
The one that's like a big rapist.
What define big rapist?
The one who 50
Like a
Cent
large man
challenged
who
to read a
rapes
book.
or
Remember
rapes
that?
a
Rapes
lot
fat
of-
women.
Yeah.
The guy, you remember 50 Cent was like, I'll give you $1 million to charity if you can read
Floyd
one.
Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather.
He's
yeah.
not MMA though. He's,
Yeah,
no,
he's a
but he was
boxer.
kicking Conor McGregor's leg, I think, in the ring.
what?
What the fuck are you
Boxing?
talking about?
No, he just outlasted him.
I
Conor
thought
McGregor
that's
couldn't go 12 rounds.
For some reason, I thought Conor McGregor lost that fight because his legs went out.
Well, out of tiredness.
I thought he was
kicked.
kicking him.
Maybe he was getting kicked. I don't know.
I do not know.
I
Okay.
only saw clips of the fight. I obviously
That's
did not
my
pay
problem.
for the
Women
pay-per-view.
fighting in movies.
And my problem is
Wait, it's
fake Chinese
Trixie's-
martial arts. Well, I'm
Okay.
adding on top of it.
Oh, wait, are you
Because
going
we
to
ended
do
up
two
talking
problems?
about
I could
you
do
guys
two
ended
if
up
we're-
well, no, but because you followed me the whole time about it, so now it became a problem.
What?
Fake Chinese martial. You know what? I'll save it for another show. We'll actually
Just
watch
say
some
it.
clips.
You know, I don't want to talk about this fake Chinese martial arts shit again. Fake Chinese
fake
martial
Chinese
arts?
martial
Fake
arts.
What are you saying
Chinese
is fake?
martial arts.
That they're not because it's all this like
Are you saying your kung fu is superior?
all kung fu is garbage.
All kung fu is garbage.
It's like it's just not a valuable martial arts skill. Some of them have some techniques that are useful, but at the end of the day,
What
lot
about
of
Jim
it,
Kata?
I don't know all of them.
Pommel horse.
Crane style,
Yeah.
serpent
You
style.
saying Jackie Chan is a pussy?
No, but Jackie Chan's cool for other reasons. I don't think Jackie Chan would win a street fight. Unless he had a ladder and a
against
baby,
you?
right?
Against who? What do you mean?
I mean, yeah, he'd
He's
win.
like a 70-year-old man.
Yeah. Jackie Chan in his prime, I think if you actually, put him up against like a big
Yeah.
fighting dude.
You want to hear something embarrassing?
What?
I almost cried in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie
Yeah.
when Splinter was using tools and shit to fight the bad guys.
Because he wasn't just using...
Because he was doing Jackie Chan stuff. I'm like, I can't fucking believe that movie was awesome, by the way.
Oh, the new
That was
one?
good.
The Mutant Mayhem, all that April shit, totally wrong.
I still have to see it.
If she would have been hot, it would have totally
pretty
messed
good.
up the movie.
She
had to be
a dork nerd.
a mutant, just like that.
She's not a mutant.
My only problem with that
She
movie,
is.
the
Yeah.
same one you had with Barbie, which is that at the end he says, "I'm like Godzilla," like 5 fucking times in the last 15 minutes when
Oh,
the
he does?
bad guy turns giant. He keeps like,
I got
"It's
pretty
like
drunk while I was
Godzilla in
watching
this
it.
bitch," and I was like, "All right, I've heard it 4 times."
I'm
now.
going to watch I've heard good things about the TMS.
It is.
It's
good.
great. It's great. But when Splinter started fighting and he's doing Jackie Chan, I was like, oh
You're
my god,
all-
I can't believe this.
It came full circle.
I can't believe it.
Jackie Chan was great. It's sad that he has that gay daughter who is just apparently homeless or whatever.
It's too bad. Okay,
What are you
Trixie.
going to do?
Shit.
Well,
I've got 2 problems that are both really good.
all
You gotta
right.
pick
and
one.
funny. All right, I'm gonna pick the one I already took.
Pick the one
notes
that's
on.
not social media.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. I would never.
You would
dare.
never stoop
I'm
to
so
bring in
far
social
above
media.
that.
You're not a Carl or a who else tried to bring it in?
I
don't know. I don't
everyone.
Is
All
it
right.
elementary schoolers failing to play basketball
No.
correctly? Because I have a
I'm
solution.
going to
for
talk
that
about
problem.
the most untoward personality trait a person can have.
Yes.
Okay.
The worst thing you can do. Saying you're going to kill yourself. Suicidal statements.
Hey, that's like my go-to.
Saying that you're going
This
to
is an
kill yourself.
anti-veto problem.
Suicide baiting.
Suicide baiting?
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not just you, Vito,
It's
but
not just
you're
me.
part of the problem
All
for
right.
sure. Have you ever heard
My
the
suicide
story?
threats are comical and fun.
they all think that.
They have to
Vito-
be, or else no one would pay attention to them.
Exactly.
Have you
The best cry for help is disguised as comedy.
have you ever heard the story about the guy who wouldn't stop saying he was going to kill himself and then did?
No.
It's because it never happens. Nobody who says it does it, and nobody who does it says it.
I still think if you gave me odds on Boogie, I'd
Look,
consider taking that bet.
We all
That he's gonna kill himself?
no. What are you
No
fucking
way.
talking
Boogie's the
about?
least
He's the most
one.
If that girl-
narcissistic fucking
if that
person in
girl
the
walk- if
world.
that girl walks
He's a great
away-
example of this problem, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they never. Nobody who says it is going to do it. Nobody who does it ever says it. We all know someone who's killed themselves. If you listen to
Sure,
this show, you know at
sure.
least one who definitely didn't say anything and suddenly was dead one day. Alan. There's it's. I've never heard of someone not being like, "Oh my God, we had no idea." Like nobody said it. He never told anybody anything. He's just suddenly gone. Meanwhile, the guy who every fucking day, I'm just gonna fucking kill myself, man. It's just not worth it. I'm just gonna fucking kill. Lives forever. Never goes away.
Trying to think if there's ever been any public suicide declarations.
There's only one guy I know of who said that he was gonna kill himself a whole bunch of times and then did, and that's Etika. Famous streamer, happened like 5 years ago.
But he was like like schizophrenic basically.
Well, here's the problem: is that he said he was
Make
going
it
to do
easier
it.
for you to process if you're like, well, he's schizophrenic though.
Well,
so,
it's just like, when schizophrenics say stuff, it's like what's actually in their head. They don't have time to play little games.
Oh God.
He said, I'm going to leave my Switch on a bridge if anyone wants my Switch. I went, shit, I wish I was near that bridge. Could have got a free
You're like
Nintendo
such a-
Switch. I think that was like a couple days before he killed himself. He's like, hey,
that's-
I just left my Nintendo Switch under the Brooklyn Bridge. And
that
I'm like, man.
He said he was going to do it. It took a
Yeah.
few days before he
got
was
his
found.
Switch?
So nobody knew if he really did it, and people
Yeah.
doubted it because he had said so many times that he was going to do it and hadn't. So
Right.
even
Yeah.
if you do tell people you're going to kill yourself and you do it all the time, they're not going to believe you when it actually comes time. They're just going to get sick of hearing
You
you
go
say
like,
it.
oh, thank God, finally.
Yeah, like, oh my God.
Who
like,
else has famously threatened to kill themselves?
Boogie.
Yeah.
Famously,
Boogie's a good one.
a lot, I'm sure, but
I don't
I
know
wonder if
who
the
else.
chat knows any good suicides.
I've known many people who talk about how they're going to kill themselves all the time. They're a big emotional drain on everyone.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
me. Super
and
chat or I'll kill myself.
The worst, the
All right?
absolute
You're
worst.
fucking ruining my grift here, by the way. I had a good thing going.
The
So
absolute
you brought
worst,
this in as a
worse
problem.
than you, Vito. You're not the worst problem. The worst offenders
All right.
are hot chicks.
That's
Hot chicks who want attention.
Yeah.
It is if they say, I'm thinking, I'm just kind of feeling suicidal. Like a man will drop everything going on in his life to be, gotta talk to her because she's feeling suicidal. And like, meanwhile, the next day they're like doing everything they normally do. Like, I've just seen so much of this. So many people. I'm like,
You ever have to
picturing
like
three
try to
different
talk
hot
somebody
women in
down
my
from
head.
suicide though? You ever have like somebody?
You don't. No one ever has to
No,
do that.
well, and that's the thing.
well, not
So
have to.
no,
but
here's the thing. What hot chicks will do is
what
when
do you
start
mean
calling
ever
them
have
out,
to?
like somebody goes, you know what? I'm just gonna kill myself, and then you got to talk to them for an extended
this
period of
doesn't.
time.
No, they're
and tell
not going to, Vito.
them- I know
they
they're not
wouldn't have.
going to, but if
What
you
if they
don't,
might?
yeah, that's the thing. Is
They
like,
won't.
okay, but what if they do?
If they
though?
don't get you to talk to them, they just move to the next person in their fucking phone until somebody talks to them all night.
all I know is
or
that
they fucking cut themselves and then they cry because it hurts.
I've
and then
told
they
this
fucking
story
give
before.
up.
Okay, here's the reason you talk to somebody when they say they want to kill themselves. Is that's how you angle to maybe get some of their stuff. That's the only.
Oh yeah. He has said this before.
Boogie was supposed
They're
to give
not
me.
going to do
but
it.
if
though.
Boogie kills himself, we have.
They might mess up though.
a pack.
Cut a little too deep. You know.
Boogie
Could
said,
happen.
"I'm going to give everybody some of my stuff. Do
I
you
think-
want a dragon statue?"
I think a lot of
and I
these-
said, "Yes, Boogie. I want
You
a
got some
dragon
dual lands
statue."
a
in
lot of
there?
these people are experts.
He has a bunch of magic cards. Boogie, if you kill yourself, you got to get. I talked to you on the phone for a
Nah,
while.
he's giving it all to that
I
skinny
know
bitch
he's selling
now.
it all to pay for his fucking girlfriend.
Yeah.
She ruined. I had a good thing going until that girl showed up. I was going to get a bunch of magic cards and a dragon statue, and now Boogie doesn't want to kill himself, and I don't get anything. And my friend killed herself, and her family never came to me and said, hey, do you want her Magic cards or Super Nintendo games? So I didn't get anything from that either.
Did she ever say that she was going to do that before she
I just
did?
feel like if anyone deserves them, based on the connection I had
said that
with
you
her.
let her borrow
I
your
know.
Magic
Well, you didn't give me
cards
that
and-
line until like a
You
year
gotta be
later.
thinking like this all the time, though, man.
I should have went to the
always
family.
gotta be thinking.
Said,
Always
I'm sorry for your loss. By the way, I loaned her a lot of Super Nintendo
a lot of
games,
stuff.
a lot of stuff,
and some panties.
Don't
throw
yeah.
those
I
in.
did loan her some panties, the ones that are not washed yet. So, if you could send those by FedEx, that would be great.
Yeah.
I told you about the eulogy. You could have brought it up then. You could have said, Vito, here's how to get her stuff.
It's not my stuff.
It's not her stuff either. It's just in the ether now. Could have been my stuff.
Somebody probably got all of her stuff at like a steal.
I know. They
Like her
probably
parent-
donated it. They probably said, all these
This
Magic
isn't
cards,
worth
all these
shit.
dual lands are bullshit, and they probably threw them in the trash. Fuck.
I don't even want the stress of dealing with this and getting like an appraisal. I'm just gonna trash
I'm just
it.
gonna trash it. Too many emotions.
Yeah.
The worst part,
If all our Super Nintendo games are in a landfill, I
if
feel bad.
you start calling out somebody who does this,
Yeah.
you got a hot girl, you're like, you're not going to kill yourself. You've done this every
You
day.
know a lot of hot girls
Every-
doing this.
At least 3 come into my mind.
Oh.
Any that we would know of.
At least one because
Okay.
she
Any that want to do
was
coke.
involved in some domestic.
She was involved in some domestic situation. All right, I
that was
got-
involved. That was
Yeah.
talked about on the show 5 or so
Okay.
years ago. Somebody was. Some people
things
will
were
probably know who
happening.
I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
she's not like famous enough to really bring up the name.
Okay.
But this is a person who, like, when she started getting called out on, the fact that she does this routinely and is obviously never going to kill herself, they have to escalate it. They have to make it more threatening. They have to act
I'm
more
gonna-
insane.
They got to cut off an arm.
They got to run out into the street. They got
Yeah.
to scream at the neighbors. They got to fucking, they got to make a big scene. They got to get the
Yeah.
police involved. They got to hurt themselves in a way that they can try to blame you on so that you'll care more because you didn't care the first. Just like there's always some more to it. Always some next step if you push against it. My advice is if somebody says to you, I'm going to kill myself, never speak to that person again. Get them out of your
Well,
life.
they might be
They're really
cool.
hot.
They're
How
going
big
to
are their tits?
I mean, fuck first and then stop talking to them.
Wow.
And if you are somebody who says you're going to kill yourself, shit or get off the pot,
Well,
coward.
No, we're not encouraging that on this show. We're going to get banned
I
for
am.
that. If you're currently experiencing thoughts of suicide,
mental health episode.
hotlines are available now.
The big irony of people saying that they're going to kill themselves is that the people who I would most want to do it are the ones who won't stop saying it, and they're the ones who won't ever do it. They're the ones we're stuck with
no.
forever,
I want Boogie to
telling
live
us how we're
forever.
going to kill themselves and making us call them
I
at
want
2 in the morning for the rest of
1,000
their fucking
episodes
lives.
of the
I don't, Trixie, I don't
Lolcow
think this is a
podcast.
good problem coming from the trans community.
Yeah.
The if you're a trans person who wants to kill yourself, I don't want to fucking hear about it. I don't. Why do you think I know so many people who won't shut up about it? They think it's okay. They think, oh, I'm trans, so it's just okay for
is
me to
part
want to
of-
kill
this is part of
myself.
the game.
No, fuck you. It's not okay for anybody. I don't want to fucking hear about it.
41%. Those are rookie numbers. We can get that up. Come on. You should all be doing it. Are you saying that you think the 41%?
That's fake also.
Okay, what's your problem?
I can't talk about it? All right, my problem.
That's it. I mean,
We got enough.
You
How
can't
can
talk
you
about that.
Trixie's problem is suicidal threats that are not followed
yeah.
through on.
Suicidal
State.
Suicide baiting.
baiting. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good
Wow.
one for it. Saying you're going to kill yourself, whatever.
It's fun though, you know.
I'm going to tell
Hey,
us.
buddy, I'm gonna kill myself.
I think it's something a lot of people in this audience deal with. I know for a fact if you're in the Dick Show Discord, you have to deal with someone saying they're going to kill themselves almost every day.
We have a saying on this
Thank
show.
you for not killing yourself.
We stand by that saying, thank you for not killing yourself.
But also, I'll thank you
Yeah, but that's why I
10
have the
times
shirt.
more if you don't say you're going to kill yourself.
That's why I have the
Don't do
shirt.
it, and also don't say you're going to do it. Just don't even think about it. Take it out of your mind.
And if you're going to do it, don't shoot up a school. Again, there are many government
Well, I mean,
fuck.
wait. That's the part I'm okay with. What do you mean?
No.
Fuck schools.
All right, well, we've lost this show forever. Just saying, a lot of these people
Buy the
decide,
shirt.
buy
Whatever
the
you
shirt.
do, buy the shirt. Go to my
Max
store.
out your credit cards.
Buy the
Why not?
$5,000 shirt.
Buy your
Okay.
buy your mom a car and bury the information.
Let's not try to out-edge each other now. What's your problem?
Well, Dick, I've got a story for you.
Okay.
As we know, I of course won the big weight loss challenge, and as a man of who has
You look
slimmed
like a
down,
winner.
thank you.
Yeah.
Very slender now. I had a long-standing date with a friend of mine to
Carbs?
yes, to go to Red Lobster
Okay.
for the endless shrimp feast. So we go to the Red Lobster.
You can eat as much shrimp as you want?
Yeah, they just keep bringing you shrimp.
Oof.
It's not good shrimp. This was not a good time for a number of reasons. I will not focus on everything that went wrong. The biscuits are still good.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're looking on the menu. My buddy, he's a drinker. He likes alcohol. And he's like, oh, hey, they got all these crazy seasonal cocktails here.
What?
Yeah, seasonal.
Like pumpkin martinis?
Yeah, like he was for some reason focused on one.
Sorry, I just suddenly remembered that like the whole reason I brought up that problem was because of Jonathan Major saying he was going to kill.
Oh,
himself
Jonathan
in those
Major saying he's
fucking
gonna kill
texts to
himself?
his-
Is that
his
Kang?
girlfriend? Yeah, Kang. That's why he got kicked out of the MCU.
Oh.
His fucking texts were like, I thought about killing myself last night because I'm such a bad man, and like that was the
texts were
topical
bad.
reason I brought
The
this
texts
in.
were bad.
I got
Kang
so
sucked.
actually angry. It
He
slipped my
sucked in
mind.
it.
It was a good
I
reason to
loved
get rid
him
of
in
Kang.
Loki, and
Yeah.
I was.
He's good in
sad.
Loki. I do like Loki. So these seasonal drinks. There was one that was, I believe it was like grapefruit juice mixed with Starry with some No, it was white cranberry. It was white cranberry juice, Starry.
Starry?
Starry's the new Sprite.
Yeah,
it's the new Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist has been rebranded
Oh.
as Star.
No, it's actually a slightly different flavor. It is a new
it's better.
soda.
Sierra
It is
Mist
better.
wasn't that good.
Starry white cranberry juice, some actual cranberries in there, gold glitter dust, and I don't know, I guess vodka
It's like
or
a
something.
poor Goldschlager?
Yeah, it was like retarded, and my buddy knew it was retarded. He's like, that sounds retarded.
Your buddy's an alcoholic and he's drinking fucking seasonal Red Lobster.
Normally, this is
Poor
that
man's Goldschlager?
This is that guy who I got to go buy weird fucking imported beers at that shitty sandwich store.
Okay, all right.
All right. So
He's not an alcoholic then.
He's an alcohol enjoyer. He likes different, I don't know, flavor profiles.
Sure.
Point is, we look at the menu and he goes, "Okay, I want one of those things." And we go, "Well, there's no prices on any of the drinks. There's no prices here." So we go to the waitress. We're like, "Well, we're not going to just buy it blind." We go, "How much is that?" And she goes, "Oh, those are part of our special, whatever. They're $7." He's like, "Oh, $7? That sounds fine."
Yeah.
So all night he's buying these stupid things. He goes, "These are stupid, but whatever. They're glittery and fun, whatever." He drank like 4 of them, and the bill comes in.
$24.
Yeah, they're $14 each or whatever. And we went, well, hold on a second. So my problem is places that don't put the prices on the stuff they are selling.
Yeah.
Be it menus, be it stores, be it whatever.
Even on the internet.
Even on the
Just
internet.
Get a quote. Click
Yeah,
here.
click here to
I need
find
a quote
out.
for a fucking t-shirt.
Just for the record, I ask.
No, we did ask.
So they wait. What did they lie?
The girl got it wrong, and the worst part is she
Well,
said,
okay, well then
hold
you
on,
should
hold
have
on,
been
hold
able
on.
to say to her like,
shut the
well,
fuck
you
up,
fucked
shut the
this
fuck
up.
up, shut the fuck up. We went.
Please.
No, well, I'm telling the story. We went, hey, you said these were $7. The bill says they're 14. She says, oh, let me go check on that. She goes and checks on it, comes back. She goes, yeah, actually, I got that wrong.
Well, no.
And I go,
Take it off then.
okay. And she goes, yeah, there's not really anything we can do.
What the
And I'm like, bitch, you can't tell us a price and then just charge more for fun. And I'm like, can you get
Did you pay it?
No, we eventually found a manager who like had to find some
Found a
ancient
man.
coupon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. A man came in and
He
he's
had
like,
to find
yes,
a
this
coupon?
Yeah,
What
they
the
couldn't even
fuck?
take it off the bill. They're like, well, we found some $20% off coupon. That'll even it out or whatever else.
They couldn't like uncharge
Dude,
you and then just make
it was a
new charge?
nightmare.
They can do whatever they want.
We were there for.
Yeah.
We were stuck in a Red Lobster for about 3.5
Just leave.
hours. I wanted to, but my buddy's like a nice guy. I'm like, we can just go, and
Fuck him.
he's like, no, like we'll get in
Threaten
trouble.
to kill yourself.
I should have threatened to
Take
kill
this off
myself.
or I'm going to kill myself.
I started looking around. We were the only people in the restaurant. 30 minutes after they closed, I started looking around for shit to steal because I was just like, well, we're just trapped in a Red Lobster
Are you
because my
what
friend
the fuck
refuses
are
to
you
leave.
doing?
And there was no manager, no waitress anywhere as they like were rummaging around in the back trying to figure out this bill situation.
How are we going to fucking crunch these numbers?
Yeah.
What?
I was stuck in a Red Lobster for 30 minutes after closing as they were having some sort of employee meeting in the background being like, listen, we've never dealt with this before. We don't know how to adjust a bill after the fact. Oh, God.
That's a weird thing.
I was
that
about
you
to start
did.
stealing lobsters out of the tank. I thought that would have been funny. There was nothing to steal in the Red Lobster, sadly.
Yeah.
Point is, Why would a restaurant not put prices on the menu? The obvious reason is, again, to
Classy.
trick people into a scenario. Oh, yeah, you shouldn't worry about what you're spending. This is a classy establishment. It's a Red Lobster.
Yeah, that's
not a
little weird.
classy fucking place to be.
Well, but it is in the eyes of a lot of the people who eat there. Because, like, if you hear,
Right.
hear like very normal people be like, "Oh my God, he said I could go to like Red Lobster or Olive Garden
Went
for
to
my
Olive Garden. It's
birthday."
the fanciest
like,
place I've ever been.
Classy for poor
So
people.
I guess it's
to
for
not
tricking.
up
I think they
prices.
know that poor people, if they
Cheesecake
go
Factory.
into
Why'd you think it would be $8 though? There's no way.
She told us.
Nah, but you should know better than that.
I
There's
did.
no way a drink with floating gold shit is going to be $8.
Well, that's the thing is when she said it was $7 in my head, I went, I know that's going to be wrong, and I know we're
Yeah.
going to have to deal with it at some point. But
First of all,
my buddy's really
anytime a woman tells you
Yeah.
anything, you say, "Why don't you go check it again for me?"
My buddy was excited to drink glittery Sprite with alcohol in it, and I didn't want to deny it to him. Okay,
Because you're so busy fucking shoveling endless shrimp into you.
I had a lot of shrimp. Okay, and it's not good shrimp. I did not enjoy
You are
it.
so unhealthy. Endless shrimp is the worst kind of shrimp you can have.
You son of a bitch!
At
You
least
made
I-
me eat a pastrami sandwich
didn't-
yesterday, and I loved it.
I
don't need this in my life. I don't need to like food.
I'll say this. I did avoid all the carbs, though. I just ate shrimp. Because they bring over, it's like, you go, I want a shrimp skewer and a shrimp whatever. And they go, okay, here's your shrimp skewer with a giant pile of rice pilaf. Or here's your shrimp with a giant pile of fettuccine Alfredo. And I would just eat the shrimp and be like, can you just bring more shrimp? And they're like, damn it. We
Do you
almost
like
got
having
him.
legs?
Eh,
It's hit or miss.
is what it is.
Yeah.
I think I could scoot around. I think I'd be a good
You're not
scootsman.
going down the stairs here with your legless diabetes.
This
scooter.
doesn't just apply to restaurants, though, because like I'm a guy, and
Right.
I go to like I'll go to like video game stores, you know, like
Sure.
specialty retailers.
And they don't
And
list
I'll-
the prices.
No, they
At a
used to
video
list the
game
prices.
store?
Yeah, these days now, because it's all an eBay game. They don't care. They're
So
they're so
they're-
worried about losing $5 on the sale that they could have got on eBay.
They're like, well, the price might change in 3 hours.
Yeah,
so we got
exactly.
to be ready for the exact right now latest.
Yeah.
So you
eBay.
can't even browse to try to find a
That
deal.
sucks.
You have to go, how much is that one? And they go, well, I'll go look it up for you. And you're like, yeah, okay. And they look it up.
Yeah.
I went to a game store in
But why
Vegas.
do you like? What is even the appeal of this? Why don't you just go on eBay if you want to buy a bunch of shit?
No, that's all I do now. Yeah. I don't even go to these stores anymore because this is what it's morphed into.
Okay.
I went to a store in Vegas called We Play Games. I will call them out by name because I was like, there, that PSP game, Jeanne d'Arc, The Adventures of Joan of Arc is a tactical RPG adventure for my Sony PSP. Online, I know that sells on eBay for about $50, but perhaps I'll get a deal from this gentleman. I go, how much is Jeanne d'Arc for the PSP? He goes, hold on, I'll look it up. About 20 minutes later, as I'm just looking around the store, I'm like, well, he'll get a price eventually. I'm sure he'll find a fair deal. He comes back and he goes, that'll be $90. And I went, you know what? I'm just going to buy things online now. There's no point
Just
to any of this.
don't buy it.
Well, I didn't buy it. Don't buy it. Well, I can't not do that, Dick. I need all sorts of garbage.
Yeah. Why don't you
Vito.
give him a price? I'll give you $70 for this John.
I
Dark
said, I
thing.
think I can get that online for about 50. And he went, listen, you little piece of shit. He actually was really mad when I said that to him. He didn't use exactly that.
Yeah,
He's like,
'cause you're
well,
wasting his
we have
time."
very fair prices here, sir. You never know. You might catch them slipping. They might look up the price wrong. But
Yeah.
again, it's a big waste of time. Point is,
Sell me this for $50 or I'll kill myself. You tried that?
it's not a bad ploy. I should
Try it.
try that.
I have a whole lot of shit,
Yeah.
and I kind of just want to like show up at your house with all of it and leave it with you, and just
I'll probably drown in
give
it,
me
yeah.
like 25% of whatever you sell it all
I have a
for. It would
plan.
be
He
more
doesn't sell
useful
it.
to
No,
me.
I am going to sell it. I
fuck.
finally have a plan. I finally have a plan. You know, I've been sitting on all those video game consoles.
I assume so.
I have like 100 different video game consoles. I have NES, Sega, Genesis, Super Nintendo, whatever.
What else?
Sega Saturn.
Okay, what
got
else?
some PSPs. I got some Game Boys.
What else?
TurboGrafx
TurboGrafx in there?
I don't have any TurboGrafx.
I do.
I know you do.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I
I've-
got the CD
I've
thing
never
too.
owned a
Nice.
TurboGrafx.
Never? That was a good system.
What about a PC Engine?
I've never owned a PC.
What about a
engine,
Neo
though.
Geo?
I don't have any. I have a
you
Neo
have a-
Geo arcade.
I know you have a
machine.
Wonder
It's not as
Swan.
I do have a Wonder Swan and a Swan Crystal, but those are for me. I don't have any
It's like
extras.
handheld.
It's like a Game Boy made by the guys who make Gundam. So it had a lot of Gundam
Oh,
games on it.
okay.
Actually, it was Bandai, right? Yeah, Bandai Wonder Swan.
It must be. Yeah. they
Point
had the
is, I have
Ava
all these game consoles. I do have a Whatnot account. I don't remember what it is, but we're going to have Vito Gesualdi's Wheel of Consoles. I think it'll be $80. Every $80, you get to spin the wheel.
Gambling.
It is gambling, yes.
Can't do that.
Well, and whatever it lands on. All right, you might get a PlayStation 1 with a bunch of Final Fantasy games. You might get a Wii U. I have an extra Wii U now.
You're going to jail.
I'm not going to jail.
If you set
That's
it
an
up
illegal
as
lottery.
a raffle, is that illegal?
It is basically a
entry,
raffle.
yeah.
No, you can have raffles.
No, that's illegal.
It is not illegal.
You cannot buy raffle tickets.
Well, everybody on Whatnot is running raffles, so I don't know what to tell you.
I've done a few through YouTube YouTube streams, but we
You're
won't
gonna
talk
be able
about
to
it,
buy
I guess.
Okay, you're doing illegal stuff.
Buy
then.
Vito's shit. It's going to be a one-night adventure.
The Vito Casino.
And the
Fucking
prices
Italian
will be
mafia
properly
video
labeled.
games.
$80 a spin. I might offer
$80?
It's
You're going to jail,
It's
dude.
a game console with a bunch of games. You don't just get the consoles. You'll get like a
Yeah,
PS2.
but somebody cannot get anything, right?
No,
Like,
they can you always get a console.
Is that the same as gambling? If you always win something?
No,
you just
that's
don't
why
know
it's
what
not
you're gonna-
gambling, because you always get something.
It's like a mystery box.
I wouldn't do
You
it.
should call
It's
it
a mystery box. Thank
box.
you.
Oh, it's a mystery
That's a
box.
thing.
Vito's Mystery Box Extravaganza. Yeah, that's why it's not
Yeah,
a
like
raffle.
those grab bags. Call it a grab
It's
bag.
a grab bag. Yeah, you can do grab bags. They do that at all the
Sounds like
conventions.
a fucking scam.
It's not going to be
Why
a
don't you work
scam.
on your comic instead of this shit?
Because my house is too full of shit to do anything. I got to get all this shit
Vito,
out of there.
wait.
Just throw it away.
I'm not throwing it away. It's worth money.
Put it on eBay. You don't have to be
Yeah,
like
well,
a-
you're telling me that when you
When you,
made
put it
your
on, when you put it on the eBay, it takes forever to sell.
you're telling me
Or
when
you
you
get nothing for it.
Vito, you're telling me when you made your campaign, you didn't account for like studio space in your budget or like a place that you could do.
I mean,
the
I
comic
have a
in it?
desk that I can work at. It's just I didn't anticipate that it would be covered in Moe Dojin garbage that I keep
Who
in.
covered
that?
it? You did that. you
these-
didn't
What's
anticipate
Moe?
that you were going to buy it.
Moe means what? Cute?
oh, pedophile shit.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. It means like burning.
No, not essentially. Don't say essentially. Moe is like cute culture.
But it also means like budding, like
Budding
I didn't know it meant
sexuality.
budding. I
Yeah,
didn't know
like-
that.
Oh yeah, that sounds
budding
better.
and burning. It's like a mix of the two. It's
So
the
you're trying to
burning in
scam
your
people
loins.
out of
It's
80
seeing a little
bucks
girl.
and give them like shitty consoles.
Well,
that
it's
they
not a
don't want?
scam because some of the packages are going to be worth like $150, and then
But most are going to be worth like nothing.
the average will be whatever the average is.
Trash.
Well, you won't pay more than the average. So yeah, you have like a chance of like losing $20 in
It
value.
just sounds like
but
you're
you also
just
have
like
the chance-
repacking your own Pokemon cards with. Like,
Oh, no one's ever done that before. That's not a
Yeah,
vibrant
con
fucking
artists.
industry. Like, eBay has like a million listings for fucking repacked
But why are you
Pokemon
trying to get
cards.
people who listen to this show to like get scammed?
It's fun. It's
with
not a
your-
scam, and you're gonna get like fun. I'll put like little tchotchkes in there. I'll give you whatever you want. You want some Vito pins?
Not really.
Yeah, I know you don't, but maybe other people do. The point
It
is,
sounds like a scam.
I'm gonna get rid of it all
Would
in one
you-
go. It's not a scam. You
Why don't you just throw it away?
Why would I throw it away?
problem
it's
is
trash.
like I was gonna ask like, would you buy these things? Then I remember like Vito would buy.
You
anything.
would buy.
Yeah, I
So,
would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course. Yeah, I love this. That's all I'm on Whatnot doing is buying
You're just
garbage.
gonna buy more shit though. Like you can't stop.
Yeah, I know.
You're buying this hentai pedophile stuff. You're gonna just sell consoles and buy more pedophile stuff.
I gotta get rid of a lot of stuff, but this is gonna be fun.
Throw it away.
This is gonna, I'm not gonna throw it away.
Let me get the guys from Hoarders to come over to your house. It'll be the most violent episode of
not gonna
Hoarders
be
yet.
good.
Like
It's not
I'm
gonna
the
be good.
therapist. I wear eyeliner all the way around my eyes and put on way too much eyelash mascara.
I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. We're gonna have the Vito. I gotta start selling, and I will start selling. There's guys. Look,
I'm gonna bring Dr. No and the Hoarder guys to your house at the same time.
I'm gonna make my living room. It's gonna be like a little area with a web camera set up, so I can just sell until everything's gone that I don't want.
What about your fucking comic? When's that coming out?
That's still happening. I can do both.
What is there like? Is there a stage of the comic
What are you,
that
Eric
you're
July?
working on that we're waiting on, or is it just like other people?
We are in
Like-
the stage of right now. The artist is drawing it, and I'm writing.
So the script is done.
Yeah, I'm
or-
writing the second issue right now.
Okay.
What's the second issue
So
about?
you are not holding up issue number 1, is what you're saying.
No, it's
Okay.
it's a process. I have to have the artist draw it, and then
You don't have you don't just render 3D stuff?
No, a guy has to actually draw it. That's the thing is everyone's like, well, why don't you just go work on your comic? I'm like, what do you want me to do? Drive to the artist's house and put a gun to his head so he draws faster? Like,
Yeah, threaten to kill yourself.
I'll threaten to
Hey,
kill
if you
myself
don't
if he doesn't draw
this
faster.
stuff by New Year's, I'm gonna kill myself.
It's an assembly line process, and he's at a different part of the process. So I'm like, okay, that means I can work on the second one, which is great.
What's the second one about?
The second one is more, I don't know. What do you mean? What's it
Well,
about?
we don't even know what the first one's about.
Yeah, exactly.
so-
I don't want to
What's it
spoil.
about?
I don't want to spoil.
Guy who kills superheroes. What's the?
Yeah,
What's it about? He's
it's
killing
another
Aquaman or some shit, killing
I don't
fucking
know.
Sailor Moon.
The draft I read was mostly about like hanging out in a diner, so I don't know exactly
Yeah,
what
exactly.
the story's about.
Who's he killing? Green Lantern?
I'm not going to tell you who
fucking
he's
Justice
killing.
League?
I haven't
What's going
I
on?
haven't completely.
He's got to kill himself?
He's got to kill himself.
Because I'm the ultimate superhero.
I can tell you, issue 3 will definitely be the Sailor Moon chapter, and I have that very
The
well planned
Sailor
out.
Moon chapter.
Yeah.
That one's going to be great.
Is he killing Isom?
So you have
And the
chapter
third
3
one?
really planned out,
Second
but
one.
not chapter 2.
Chapter 2 is
But something has to happen in chapter 2 to get to chapter 3, so you need chapter 2, but you're not sure how exactly it plays out yet. Am I reading this right?
Here's what it is that chapter 1 goes, here's what's going on, kind of. Chapter 2 goes, here's what's completely going on, and now you completely understand the premise, and now we can move on to the rest
Kill
of the
superheroes.
adventures.
It's just the boys.
No, there's more to it
I already
than
know
that.
what's going on. It's
don't-
just the boys by
You know
Vito.
it because I've told you.
You don't
but the
realize-
reader has to know.
Dick, you don't realize how convoluted this comic could truly be.
What would you call it? Chapter 2 is a lot of necessary exposition.
Number 2, yeah.
Yeah, and then once that's out of the way,
Then
we'll move
what?
on to some zany,
More exposition.
zany shit. No, the exposition will be done by the end of the chapter 2.
Okay. All right, so your problem is...
And then it'll just be old school Rick and Morty
That'll just be
adventures.
classic old school Rick and
100
Morty
years,
adventures.
Rick and
100 years.
Oh, man. I hate the new Rick and Morty.
It is very hit
I watched
or,
that-
like, missed by a million miles.
Yeah.
That fear hole episode, I was like, ooh,
It's like, wow, this is
where am I doing here?
going to only appeal to Morty fans.
I realized that. Why is that show?
It's like the Christmas episode
Yeah.
of Sesame Street. It's so bad.
Well, they're trying to be Black Mirror now, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so it's a funny Black Mirror. I don't think that's Black Mirror's already kind of funny.
Like, you knew that in season 2. That's like a major
Yeah.
driver of the show. What are you talking about?
I think they need to do more Star Trek type stuff, like more weird moral situation. Honestly, the spaghetti episode was kind of good.
I think they need to stop making Rick and Morty.
Yeah. That
Well,
It's over.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
done. Let it die.
I kind of thought that the last episode was like a statement on Justin Roiland. And that's what
I
they
haven't
were.
seen the newest episodes.
Morty faces his greatest fear, and it's if he's replaceable to Rick.
yeah,
And he
it's
is
just
replaceable.
Stupid, right?
is stupid.
Because
that's like
Justin
the whole
is.
point of the show.
Yeah.
But I think it was a statement on Justin Roiland, kind of like.
I think
fuck
they
you.
already had it in production before he. I mean, maybe they knew he was on the way out.
I don't know.
All I know is it sucks.
It sucked. Okay, what's your problem?
My problem is not enough people watching my wheel of consoles.
No prices.
No
on
prices
something.
on-
No prices on the menu.
it is a
no
I do
prices.
hate that. If I walk into a place and
Well,
I
not
don't
just
see
on the
prices,
menu,
I get
just lack
pissed
of
off.
prices.
It's especially the
Missing
alcohol.
missing price tags. How's that?
missing price tags.
Missing prices. No prices.
Unlisted prices.
Unlisted prices. Because, yeah, on the website, you got to put it in your cart to get the price. That's another good one.
Unlisted prices. Yeah, like when they're selling those kids, the
Yeah.
child porn on
Yeah.
Etsy.
I keep trying
You
to
gotta add
buy
it, the pizza,
cheesepizza.zip
$9,000
for
pizza.
$9,000, and it keeps not telling me.
What the fuck's the price? So hey, just give me the fucking price over here.
I want AfghanChildEatingPizza.rar, and I want it now.
All right, suicide baiting, and
And I will pay any price.
What was mine? Women fighting in
Women
movies.
fighting in movies.
Women fighting. Okay, go to biggestproblem.show to vote on the problems.
Trixie, how do we find your new show?
Comments on comments, and also listen to my other show, We Watch Anime. If you watch anime, I do it with Bird. Bird's also usually on comments on comments.
Do we find that on your channel? On YouTube?
On YouTube.
If you search comments on YouTube, it will come up. I'm uploading it to multiple channels. I'm very much expecting to be taken off of YouTube because I'm just shitting on commenters who really don't like that usually. So
Comments on
it's also
comments.
on Rumble. I will get it on Spotify this weekend.
Fantastic. Guys, don't forget our new bonus episode, The Biggest Problem in Holidays. The Holiday Special 2023 is now at patreon.com/biggestproblem, as well as back.by/biggestproblem. We learned a lot about Kwanzaa, which I found fascinating. And we get your super chats in now and vote on all the problems at our website, biggestproblem.show.
I can't believe you're going to be running that illegal lottery with video games.
It's not an illegal lottery. It is a legal raffle, which is being run according
Or
to
an
the-
illegal raffle,
It's
but
definitely
nobody's
It is
gonna
definitely
stop
legal,
you.
and it will be run according to all
You
the
can
laws
scam
and
people out of it.
regulations
How is it
of
different
California.
than just gambling?
How? Because gambling, you can.
Hey, give me $100. Maybe I'll give you $50. Maybe I'll give you $200.
Is
All right,
Nick
here's $100.
Rakita in the
Fuck-
audience? Do we need to drag him in here to talk about this?
Bro, it's not
Is
illegal.
Eric July's rock? You need the rock
Yeah,
star
the
lawyers.
Rockstar lawyers.
I need some rock stars.
How do you think it's not gambling?
Because I add up the price of all the items.
Here, give me $10, and then if I flip this coin, if it's heads, you
Okay.
get $11. If it's tails, you get nothing.
Well, I'll put 50 on that.
Wait, which one's heads?
Tails, you lose.
Fuck.
Oh, you put fucking $50
That was an illegal
down.
raffle. That was an illegal raffle. I'm talking to the state. They gave me my
Sell
money
buckets,
back.
You know, so if I was gonna flip it either way.
Yeah,
That's just
I
a little
know. I
trick
know.
for you guys.
I
Here.
know. Shut down your illegal raffle.
That's what you're doing, but with video games and like a bunch of extra steps. It's illegal.
No, everyone's doing it on this site. You can do it. You just average out the cost.
You're gonna be doing coke while you're doing it, like to
Yeah,
make
I'm
it
gonna do
extra
coke.
illegal.
I would like to get a carnival carnival barker outfit. You know,
Get
spin the wheel.
Get a prison outfit because you're going
Sure.
to fucking jail, bro.
Welcome to Vito's illegal raffle.
Yeah, it is.
Sure, let's do it. That's funny.
Not let's you. I'm telling you
I'm gonna
wisely
say,
not to do it. 'cause
I'm
it's
Dick
illegal.
Masterson, and welcome to the Wheel of Fun. Remember, if you get ripped off during this game, send
name is
all
Dick
inquiries to
Masterson.
Dick Masterson. They won't
All right,
know.
there you go.
All right.
Hey guys, it's DP. I don't know why everybody hates on Black Santa. I have a Black Santa memory, and it's my fucking favorite holiday memory, period. I used to be the signing Santa for the deaf and hard of hearing. So I'd go to the mall once
What?
a year, and I would be Santa. Those little shits would come over, and they'd sign what they fucking wanted. I'd sign "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," etc. And one year they said, "Hey,
What?
Those little shits.
How's he
they
making
sign
like
what they
he's
fucking
doing like
wanted.
sign language as Santa for deaf kids, and he's making it sound all tough. These little fucking shits would come over and sign, and I'd sign like "Have a Happy New Year." It's like this is the most wholesome thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Yeah, that's a good point. Our audience feels the need to prove
DP
their
especially.
masculinity to us.
Oh
Dick.
my god. Okay.
You can be
we
vulnerable
have
on this
somebody
show.
who used to be in the program
Yeah.
that wants to try and be Santa." And I was like, "Fucking great! That's awesome! I feel really good about this." Also, my kids are always pissed about not seeing me there with Santa, so I go. And it's Black Santa.
Yeah.
And the fun thing about sign language is, especially with children, is there's really no way to whisper sign language. So there's all these fucking kids blatantly signing, "That's not
Basketball?
Santa. Why
Basketball?
is he black? Where's the real Santa?" And this guy is just sweating fucking bullets.
How do you say black guy in sign language?
My greatest fucking holiday memory ever
my
is
God.
Black Santa.
Oh, it's like
Fuck
the
you, bye.
Boondocks.
Why is
but
Santa
in
dark
real
as
life.
onyx? No, child, please.
Can I just sign over here with you for a minute?
That's pretty great. I've never brought in any of my Santa pictures, huh?
Of you with little kids in your
Yeah.
lap? Wow.
There's
Tweet that next to you.
There's one out there. I think we have one or two photos somewhere.
You're making me wish I
Wait.
brought in my other problem.
What was
of
that?
Non-offending pedophiles.
I'm so glad you did not bring in that problem
Next time.
next time. I'm going to be Santa. I want to be Santa again. I think I should do it again.
Okay.
Just a day.
Yeah.
Let's set up a biggest problem Santa scenario, and anybody can come by.
Like a pop-up?
Yeah, we'll do it on the
Downtown?
Do it downtown.
People can come by and
Get
throw
a little
shit at you?
throne. If they pay
Okay.
money, yeah.
All right.
Sing songs.
The biggest problem in the universe is fat overconfidence,
Uh-oh.
which is when a big fat ass
Yeah.
loses, I don't know, 31.4 pounds or something in that
Sure.
ballpark.
30, yeah.
And then the second they do that, all they talk about is how, all my fans are rooting for me and they're counting on me to lose all this weight. So that's why,
I'm never
I have
going
to
to
eat
ever be
a pound of
honest
beef and
ever
broccoli
again.
for dinner every
I'm
night
never
and
gonna-
drink a gallon of cranberry
never gonna say
broccoli for
anything
dinner
honest
every
ever
day.
again.
Look at me. I
You know
know so
what?
much about
All
weight
right.
loss.
broccoli
Fuck you,
for
Vito.
God damn it.
You did inspire me to gain 5 pounds. this
Good.
week, so thanks.
Well, keep it up.
I'm eating broccoli every night.
I do. Like, what do you?
When are you getting the breast implants?
I'll
I'll put some weight on.
I've got.
What size? What size are you aiming for? What size are you aiming for with the chest?
I have to figure out how far the estrogen takes me first, and then
How much longer does that take?
Like a year.
right.
I haven't been on it for that long. I've only been doing estrogen for about 6 months, because I couldn't.
You're not doing bottom surgery though, are you?
No.
Okay, good.
But I've somebody made me homemade estrogen that I take topically.
There you go. On the chest area.
No, actually on the leg, because apparently on the chest you can get like breast cancer really easily.
Don't do that. That would be bad.
But yeah.
What would be your
Homemade,
ideal?
like Keffels, like
Homemade, I met a girl who makes her own estrogen, and she did it in like an hour and a half of chemistry. Seemed like a trustworthy autist, so I was like, all right. Like,
I mean, I can't.
You know,
I can't even criticize that.
I got these. These are all natural.
You can tell. Look. There is some tit going on here. You can tell it's happening. That
Have you
wasn't
thought
there
about perhaps
It's not fat. I'll
going
tell
to
you
Red
that.
Lobster and doing the Unlisted Shrimp? Because that's how I got these.
I've
babies.
actually never been to Red Lobster.
Don't go.
I've never heard
it was
anything
a
good
nightmare.
about it. So
the only good thing about it is those fucking biscuits, and you can just make them at home.
But I understand the pastrami out here in California is on a different level.
Go to the Hat.
The Hat's
Go to the
good.
Hat.
The Hat is. the
I went
Hat's
to a
good.
place called Angelo's down in Oceanside near San
don't know that
Diego
place.
yesterday.
Yeah, that's good.
If you for
Very
some reason
good.
find
The Hat's
yourself
good.
near the Hat,
Hat.
get a pastrami sandwich.
Is that like
or
around here?
Chili
or
cheese
Pasadena?
fries. It's not too far from
Pasadena.
me. It's like Pasadena.
Vito lives in it.
Well, that's the problem is I live next to the Hat, so at any point in time
That
I can
makes
go.
sense.
I want a
that's the
giant
fucking
pile.
problem.
It is part
Vito,
of the problem.
wait, Vito. You have
It's
such
not part of.
you
not
have
part of
such
the
a
problem.
fucking easy solution because in the 6 months that you lost 30
All right.
pounds barely,
Yeah.
Ethan Ralph lost like 60.
He's got
or
nothing to
100.
do. He's stuck in Mexico.
But all he does is eat one torta per day, which, by the way, I don't know if you remember this. I was 190.
yeah.
I lost 50 pounds in
hate
6
tortas.
months. I ate one sub every day and nothing else.
I can't do
Same
the-
diet.
Well, Vito's been eating one everything.
You eat
every
one
day.
sandwich a
everything
day
every
and
day.
you will lose weight very fast.
I can't do the
promise.
torta diet. Tortas are disgusting.
What the
What if
fuck
you dump
is-
Mountain Dew all over
Eat
it?
one pastrami sandwich a day.
No,
Like,
that would be-
if
it's
it's
already
just
gross.
one sandwich a day, you will lose weight. I promise. If you can eat just, I mean,
Eat
obviously
one
2,000.
pastrami sandwich an hour. That's what I'm hearing, and I will stick to
you
that.
Get
could
on
eat-
estrogen.
I'll tell
How
you
about
this.
that?
Take the estrogen.
Vito, you could eat 15 times a day as long as the calorie count is under 1,500. Like you would still lose a significant amount of weight.
Oh, is that how it works?
But
1,500 or 15,000? What did you?
1,005. 2,000 is the normal amount of calories to eat in a day.
Well,
Now
this is
that you
intriguing.
would
Here's
burn.
an idea. How about everyone who listens to the show? Why don't you all right now direct message me your diet
No,
advice?
no.
Like you've
This
been
isn't
doing
about
for
any
the
of
past
them.
6 months.
Vito.
And I'll
Everyone
sort
else,
through.
everyone else can suck my fucking girl dick.
Trixie's
I don't
figured
give a
out
fuck
the
what they
one
think.
correct thing.
I lost 50 fucking pounds in 6 months,
Congratulations.
Vito.
It doesn't matter.
I'm telling you, I did it by counting the calories.
I'll just eat one fucking estrogen
1,500.
sandwich every fucking day
I
until I
didn't
become
have
a woman.
estrogen until 6
I will eat
months
the
ago.
estrogen sandwich if that's what you want. Fine.
You don't need the estrogen. The estrogen will make you.
You don't
get
know.
fatter.
Maybe the
Think
estrogen is
anybody's
what's
gonna pay to
working.
get you weighed today?
Estrogen's
We're
supposed to
not
make you
doing. We're not
fatter.
doing a weigh-in today.
Not even if someone pays 50
No.
bucks? Oh, that's the bit, though.
I don't want to ruin
Are
anyone's
you scared
holidays.
that you gained weight or that you lost weight?
I just want.
How could you do that to the people? You said 50 bucks and you would weigh yourself.
Save it for next show.
Wait, Vito. I'll tell you.
But they already paid. They're
Then
going
they
to charge
get
you
it next.
back.
No, they can't charge you back. We'll save it for the next show. We'll have one saved in
How about
reserve.
then you're going to just save it forever? Oh, that's chicken shit.
Some people do need to follow your example.
There's no honor in that.
I know people
It's
who
the holidays.
undereat. I
It's the
know.
holidays.
I know people with the opposite problem who need to take a lesson
Is
from
this
you.
the Vito's diet show? Is this every episode? We did the weigh-in. After the weigh-in, I was like, thank God, every
Yeah, but then
episode
you said
we don't
50
have to
bucks,
talk
and
about
you
my
could weigh
fucking
it, and
diet
you would
or
weigh
what I
yourself.
weigh, okay? It's like, this has become this running
You did
bit.
this. All you had to do was a normal weight
Stern
loss, and you
Show
wouldn't
did the
stop
weight loss
drinking.
challenge, and they didn't then do another
it's-
10 fucking years of weight loss
It's
challenges.
that you
It was over.
It's the amount you seem to care, but like you care in the direction of like I super care about not losing, like or about like
Yeah, because you're addicted
I've lost
to food.
I've lost at least 20 pounds. Very
No
happy
way,
about
no
that.
way you've lost 20 pounds now. You're
started
probably
at
at 300.
310.
You're probably back at 300.
I went to the doctor this week.
What doctor?
I don't know, a doctor.
What kind of doctor?
Just like general practitioner. Whatever.
Why?
Because it was a check. You do it like once a year. It's like a check-in or whatever, checkup.
Why?
I got a flu vaccine. I still have the Band-Aid on my...
for vaccine stuff.
Gotta get
Okay.
vaccinated, of course.
Liberal Biden stuff.
I got
All
double
right.
vax, triple vax. They weighed me in. I was at 290, which is fine.
No way.
Which is 20 pounds that
What
I've
if they pay
lost.
$50? You're not going to weigh yourself?
No.
A slap right in the face of the...
It's a slap right in the face of the audience.
I have to go to the bathroom.
My Christmas present is that I don't want to think about my weight today, okay? We'll do it in the new year. No one needs to know this. It's not important. Okay?
All right, Vito.
Why
The
is every
reason
voicemail
people
for me?
hate fucking surrogacy isn't because
They're homophobes.
Oh, we just don't want gay babies.
That is what
Nobody
it is.
gives a fuck about that.
Yes, it is.
You know how annoying it is when people talk about their kids? Now, every single parent that's
No,
gone
it's
through
about
surrogacy
gay people.
has
Most
to
of
have
it.
their villain monologue, tragic background story every time they
Nah.
talk about a child. Whether it's, oh, they didn't want us to have kids because we're gay, or, well, my husband's fucking swimmers are retarded and only go backwards. There's always something. You have to hear the whole fucking backstory every time somebody brings up kids. It's fucking annoying. Nobody fucking cares about it, and they make you sit through it every fucking time. It has nothing to do with gay parents. It has everything to do with, oh, I have to tell you my fucking traumatic story. That's why. Fuck you. See you next Friday.
All right.
No, it's about gay
It's
people.
mostly about gay people.
I don't like surrogacy, but like I don't really care that much.
The people who really care are mostly mad.
Mostly it's about gay
Okay,
people.
when every comment is, well, they're only doing that so they can molest that child. And I'm like, you really don't think there's any gay guy who goes, hey, I would like to experience fatherhood. That would be fun. You think every gay guy just all day long is going, I can't wait to fuck something? I mean, yeah, that's half of it.
Yeah, but there's plenty of guys for them to fuck.
plenty of guys for them
That's
to
the
fuck. They don't
problem.
need to adopt a
It's
kid
like,
or
they
surrogate
don't
a
need
kid.
Stepdads, I think, are raping little girls. Like you got to be.
Yeah.
You got to be suspicious of them too, but not too suspicious.
Well, the fact
Like,
that you have to-
mostly they're good. Like a stepdad, you're like, all right, I'm keeping my eye on you, but you're probably good.
If you have to keep reposting
probably-
the same news article of the one gay couple that did horrible things to children, and you don't really have any other examples, maybe that's because the
Yeah.
rest of them are not trying to do that thing that those other two bad guys did.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, I'm suspicious of any guy that's not genetically related to a kid.
Yeah.
I'm suspicious. Stepdad, gay dad, whatever.
Even if they are genetically related, like liking children, weird. You should be like at best tolerating your children. Like
You're getting into
like,
the
I know
black
I have
area,
to.
Vito.
Like
Right.
I was at the right part.
Sorry.
I know that I must
I'm gonna go to the bathroom,
appreciate
too.
my children, or else they will not be able to survive this world. But that doesn't mean I have to be like obsessed with them. Or like,
You guys should argue about something normal while I'm gone.
I think that we should teach children how to play basketball, especially Japanese elementary schoolers. Guys, get your
They-
super chats in now.
They are into that.
Have you watched that show?
I have seen Rokubu.
I was watching a clip because everybody was ripping on me for accidentally buying that.
Yeah.
Well, not accidentally buying it, whatever.
You can play as that girl in a fighting game.
I saw that, and she like throws basketballs at people or
Dengeki
something.
Bunko Fighting
Yeah,
Climax. I'm the
that's
only
got a bunch
fan
of
that game.
anime people in that game.
Yeah.
Anyway, I watched the clip, and it's just little Japanese girls playing basketball, and I'm like, I just want black voice actors to go, pass me the rock! Pass me the rock! Come on, get it in here! Get it in here! Spin move, motherfucker! Bounce pass!
It would definitely make it a lot more watchable.
I might make that video. Do you want to do that? I don't know if I'm allowed. Am I allowed
I
to do
would
the
love
voice
to
of-
do a fan dub
Yeah,
of fucking...
I want to do a fan dub of this
I mean,
basketball anime.
yes, it is licensed, and it does have a real dub.
I
But
think if
that
we
won't stop
do
us.
Dragon Ball Z abridged for it.
Yeah. Yes, Rokubu
The problem is, I
abridged.
really
Let's go.
want to say the N-word, though. I want to be like, damn it, N-word, pass
You
me that
know,
rock.
I'm not gonna stop you. You can
I
do
think if
whatever
it's
you
voice
want.
acting, it's okay.
We got Rumble, right?
Yeah, we got Rumble. Kevin
We're
Flesher.
talking about making little girls say the N-words in our fan dubs.
Yeah, we're gonna
on
fan
the
dub
Rumble.
that basketball anime. I think it'll be funny.
He told us to argue about normal things. Instead, we started agreeing emphatically about strange
Yeah,
things.
they're gonna clip
the
this
total
show.
opposite.
Kevin
Not as
Flesher
bad
for
as what I thought
5.
would happen.
In before Koof. Thank you for not killing yourselves. Kevin Flesher wins the Thank You for Not Killing Yourself
In before
award.
Koof. Do you know what Koof's other big motto is?
What?
He spams the. I know he wants me to say this is why I'm bringing it up, but he spams. I'm a literal pedophile, like all the time.
Koof says that?
Yeah,
Koof, don't do that.
Koof,
like
don't do that.
massive. I am a literal.
Why would you say that on this show from your mouth? Everyone
funny.
is just going to
It's
clearly
really
you
funny.
say what?
Why do you say anything? What
I
are you
don't know.
talking
I'm just
about?
fu-
You make money this way.
I know.
I have a normal job. I have
Trixie,
to
you
say
didn't
way
answer my
crazier
question.
shit.
What size boobs do you want? Is that even something you've
True,
considered?
that's a good point.
I'm-
You didn't answer
Yeah.
that.
I guess it.
Big or not big?
I would want to scale up
You
slowly.
have a slender
to find,
frame.
like-
You can't go too big.
They're gonna be packed in
I
there.
have a slender frame, but I have a huge torso. Is the problem? It's
not a lot of skin
Very
there.
long torso, so it'd have to
Yeah.
go like fairly low.
Yeah.
You know?
You want hangers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
hangers.
Okay.
And they'll probably come in pretty separate.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, keep us updated. I want to know.
I will.
Cool for 5. Thank you for being late and gay. I suck cocks. Merry Christmas to y'all. But most importantly, thank you all for not killing yourselves. Caseman for a big 20. Hey, Dick. Would you be willing to go on at Speed Street Pod, hosted by Connor Daly? Episode 108 is coming up. It would be fun to hear about your Indy 500 experience. You spoke about Connor in episode 117 of The Dick Show.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, let's make it
108.
happen.
Always 108. Yes.
Trip the Deep for 5 says, chike it up, whatever that means. Chair Dolph Sittler for 2.
What does that mean?
Don't listen to Renown Zero. He's a Hamas member.
He is a Hamas member, and
Jared-
he can't do one sit-up. Have you seen that guy?
He keeps saying that George from Drunken Peasants is fat, and then you're like, yeah, but he's skinnier than
George?
you. What's the name of what's the two guys on Drunken Peasants?
Oh, the disrespect that you show them. George.
It's Billy the Fridge, and what's the other one?
Ben.
Well, why is his
Ben
name
Pie.
George on the fucking thing?
Ben Pie.
Oh, shit. Did I just fuck something up?
George.
I think I just fucked up. All right, that was the guest. The guest was George. Speaking of which, I was on the Drunken Peasants.
Did you and George
and
have a nice chat?
Shut up. I was talking to what's his name?
Doug Tenapple.
Doug Tenapple.
What's
the
his name?
The Earthworm Jim guy.
Yeah.
And he said he would come on our show next time. He says he's from California, so next time he's in
Yeah,
town.
he's
he'd-
a big deal.
willing to
He's a
come in.
Hollywood heavyweight, man.
Well,
He made a lot of great stuff.
yeah. He's made a lot of money doing his NFTs. Made him a ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now he's doing the. He got his YouTube channel back surprisingly, but they took
And
all
he,
his subscribers away.
Yeah. He said that Super Killer's success was mostly my fault.
Yeah,
I was watching.
He asked. He said, "Well, how
Your
much of
fault.
that? How much of that money is because of Dick Masterson?"
It wasn't really a question, though. It was like a question that was a statement.
Well,
He was basically saying that I deserve all the credit.
It's not. It's not that you deserve all the credit, but the fact is obvious that doing a weekly podcast allows people to get to know me, and the podcast would not exist without you. So obviously, I give you credit for the successful crowdfunding campaign.
Yeah. He phrased it in a funnier way than you just
He
did.
did
though.
phrase it in a funnier way, where he said, "Dick Masterson is the reason you're
And
successful."
you were like, "Whoa!" You
"No,
looked like,
I did
"Whoa!"
not do that."
You looked like somebody just found your hard drive.
Now, Dick, how much of that money you've made is because of Maddox?
all of it.
I've made this show happen, though. You're making money from this show.
See the coping.
Are you all right? You know
No,
what?
the correct answer was all of it.
I'll quit the show, and you can have Trixie be your co-host. How's
Trending
that? Is that what
suicide
you want?
baiting
Oh,
right now.
shit.
Suicide
I'll quit the
baiting.
show.
Fucking
Show
suicide
suicide
baiting.
what?
baiting. Vito, you said like 7 times as many words as I have on this show. I think you're a perfectly fine co-host.
Thanks.
I just
think
thought it
you're
was
doing a
funny.
good
I
job.
thought it was a funny joke. I thought it was ridiculous that he would say something like that.
Yeah, how dare he? Anyway,
With George.
he did. I went on the show to try and get him to give me a pull quote for the book.
And his pull quote was like, it started good, but then it was like,
Then he started rambling. I'm like, no, cut it off.
this
off.
isn't church, man.
I was like, just say I don't know what super killer is, and I hope you find Jesus, because I'll put that on the back of the book.
Yeah.
Chair Doll for another 5. Toxic Exposer / Theo Lee Ronan is a guy named Michael Lawrence Parks who is literally a registered offender of the sexual type.
Because he wrote.
Oh, I think this is.
Sasterix offender.
I think
what
this
the
is
guy
one of
wrote.
Eric's defenders that people have been arguing with on Twitter.
He's a sex offender, and he got caught with sexual
think
conduct
they,
with a minor. Whoa!
Sasterix
Let me see.
Sasteril.
I think
What's
he was.
his name?
He was.
Theo? Okay. Oh, well, don't say it. Don't say it.
He was arguing with Tony TGD, and Tony, who don't fuck with Tony TGD, is something I very quickly learned. Is he's like, oh, here's your. By the way, here's your sex offender registry profile, and I'm like, damn, that's I think you win any argument if you get to pull up
Really?
a guy's.
Somebody link
sex-
me in chat.
Well, he's got the picture of him clearly in jail. What is that?
Oh, I don't know.
He's a
I don't
guy
know
from
what that
he's a
is.
guy from the fighting game community, so I guess that's why he's known. The one thing the fighting game community always comes together for is a good Michael Theo Lee Ronin Parks dunk when he tries randomly attacking people. Here is his mug shot.
What's the mugshot for, though?
Well, that's the thing is I don't know what he was.
I guess randomly attacking people?
Super chat more information so we know.
Yes, please.
Don't leave
Tell
us
us
hanging.
everything with
Don't
money.
fucking cram it in to $5.
I don't know
Let's
if you
go.
guys can see this.
I can't
response
read
from
if there's
him.
not color behind the text.
Oh, yeah, I should have molested your child instead?
Whoa!
LMAO? Oh, my God. What?
Somebody said to this
Sounds like-
guy, they said, "Hey, well, maybe you shouldn't have done the felony, and people wouldn't give you
Yeah, I
shit
should have
about it."
molested your child instead.
And he
oh,
responded
my God.
with, "I guess I should have molested your child instead." That's not usually a good way to handle people bringing up your previous felony conviction.
I mean, it is the most intense.
It is based, actually.
It's incredible.
It's a good comeback. It's a good comeback.
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean,
good comeback.
there's leaning into
I'm
it.
like
and then
jealous that he even has the ability to use a phrase like well, I've never molested
Wait a minute,
anybody,
wait a minute.
so
Yeah,
do
I
you want to show
couldn't-
this guy?
Yeah, don't touch it.
I couldn't even threaten this.
So I believe this guy again is one of Eric's big supporters. I could be wrong.
What the fuck?
Even his mugshot is like a sexy mugshot.
Yeah, he
Well,
looks like
he's
like,
definitely. He's got that look like he did something wrong.
If I got arrested for like picking up a prostitute, that's how I would look. If I got arrested for raping a kid,
Yeah.
I might look a little. I'd be like,
I got arrested
oh,
for beating
man.
up my girlfriend, and I looked good.
Yeah,
That
is cool.
I just beat her up, apparently. All right. Well, thank you for informing us on the great Theo Lee Ronin.
Oh, you accidentally clicked on the
on the basketball.
lolly fucking-
Basketball. JJ for 2 says, call Winston live on air and tell me one. I don't know what he's doing right now. Mike Nelson for 5. Vito must do a hibachi mukbang to celebrate losing 30 pounds. I haven't been to Korean barbecue in a while.
That's not
When's the last time you went to
hibachi,
Korean
but all
barbecue?
right. Racist.
a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hey, where'd you do bar trivia? I want to do bar trivia. You
We
lost
got
by
second.
what?
Lost
2
by
points?
a couple. Are you good with music?
Music questions? No.
No, music statements.
Yeah. No, I'm good with music statements.
What are you good at?
Nah, pop culture bullshit.
Nothing.
I know. I'm good at history stuff. I think
Oh yeah.
History
Yeah.
of pop culture.
the most deadly female sniper in history was a Russian
You
woman.
looked
yeah.
that up just now.
Yeah, but I knew it was a Russian.
When did the pneumatic tubes in the stock exchange happen?
Oh, that would have to be 1924.
Wrong.
What was it?
1853.
Stock market was going on. Oh my god. Well, yeah, I'm bad on that one.
I guessed 1922. I lost.
Oh, shit.
The head off. The head-to-head second place.
They knew night. Did the other guy know 1850?
It was a
whatever?
woman. It was a fat woman.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, you win." And she goes, "Oh, what was the answer?" And I said, "Why don't you calm down? You already won." I just want to know for next time. I'm like, "This fucking
Was it like who
bitch."
was closest without going over or something?
It was just who was closest.
Yeah.
I said 1920, and she said 1950. It was 1950.
You would think 1920 was like the roaring 20s. That was when the stock market was going hard, right?
Well, you'd be wrong. That's
would
what
be
I
wrong.
thought.
It's a good guess.
I would have thought the stock market crashing was what caused the Great Depression or whatever, right? Wasn't that a part of it? Did that not exist? I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Roaring '20s was like money, 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 money,
flappers
money.
and fun.
Right.
yeah.
Well, I'm saying, but you said the stock market didn't exist till the 50s. Is that what you were saying?
1850,
1850. Okay.
not 1950.
Sorry.
Nominee for 2 says my 3 favorite men. I know what you're doing. Come on. Jacob Buckingham for
Yeah, you're a woman.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck
a woman.
you, nominee.
Honestly, it's 2 women and 1.
Fight me, IRL.
Jacob Buckingham for 20. The biggest problem in the universe is when one earbud is quieter than the other.
Not my.
That's a good one.
That's tinnitus.
I'm annoying for 10. I got the super rare golden McNugget buddy day. I still have not
What?
gotten any
There's
McNugget.
Golden McNugget buddies?
Yeah, there's like different ones. If you're gonna buy, you can't just get like a $3 kids meal to get them. You gotta buy like one of those stupid like $10 ones.
I'm a chameleon.
Just buy them on eBay.
Get buddies. I gotta get
Buy them on eBay.
get buddy.
Buy them on
Don't buy
whatnot.
shit on eBay.
Buy them on Vito's fucking
Buy them on
casino.
Vito's. Yeah,
Welcome to Vito's
I'm
Casino.
gonna call it Vito's Casino. That's pretty
80
good.
bucks a spin. You could win a Nintendo, a fucking pedophile video game with basketball. Oh, McNugget buddy. You could win
Should I make-
anything in Vito's
Should I
Casino.
make one bogus box and it's all just like Japanese pedophile games? And I open it up and I'm like, all right, you won the going to jail special. And it's all just.
Again.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Pineapple Man for 5 says, I threw a wrench at my mom today for interrupting me playing Neopets. Vote up, family. Sorry, Mom.
Nice.
Snazzy
It's your
Raz.
mom. You could do whatever you want.
She belongs to you. Snazzy Raz for 10. I'm trying to lose weight. Any fitness tips from the skinny gentleman on the right? Horace McGee for 2. We already got Trixie's dieting tips for some reason. Trixie and Vito harmonizing on the intro ruled.
Yeah.
Woo! PSI Chris for 2. Dick rate for points. Hashtag.
10 points. Who was that?
That
PS
was
Chris?
PSI Chris.
All right.
Since you're the first dick point. Well, they're not dick points. They're biggest bucks.
This is not an illegal scam like yours. This is just points.
Boy, are they dick-specific
Just a
points.
leaderboard.
Because I control the points. There's 10 points.
Like you
for
control the
PSI
trademark.
Chris.
You know, I make the graphics for
Control
the.
the spice.
I make the graphics for the show. I feel like I own a 50% of the trademark. Cougar Hughes for 10. You could tell Gerard he's a scumbag for using his mom.
Gerard.
Gerard.
Read.
Gerard.
Why do
Right?
you say Gerard? What do you mean right?
You know
you
it's
fucking
the
had Carl
completionist. You're the
Jobs
one who
on
explained
here.
it.
You can tell Jerry he's a scumbag for using his mom as a financial human shield, and he'll just threaten to sue. But when his NPC removed from Game of the Year 2023, Ashley Babbitt noises.
Vito came in
wait.
doing those fucking Ashley
What
Babbitt noises.
are
today.
Ashley Babbitt noises? Is it like
I went on Kick or Keep, and I did my great Ashley Babbitt routine that always kills.
wouldn't her noises
Man.
being the sound of dying, not the sound of getting
It's the
shot?
sound of her getting shot.
You need to. First of all, you need to
I
have
need
your
to
phone.
sell out
You need to have your
Madison-
phone on you. Next time you do that kick or keep, because
Yeah.
I will text you things to say that will be devastating.
Okay.
But you have to go for blood.
I think other guys are getting help on the show. I think they are.
Of course they are, but I'm texting this guy stuff, and after the show, he's like,
What
oh,
did you
I
text me? You texted me what?
I forget what I texted you.
You didn't
this
text me
time.
anything during that show. You texted me last night with Doug Tenaple because you wanted me to nail him on it at something.
Oh, I forget what I texted you then.
You texted-
Next time you're on that show,
right.
just have your phone, because I'll text you things
I will
to say.
open a Discord channel. How's that?
Oh, yeah, I'll give you good stuff.
And we
You're
can
gonna
have
go for
everybody
blood.
in there and be like,
Blood.
I've identified weakness in the top right.
Yeah.
Nail that guy. All right.
I can see nothing.
Especially for the
actually-
finals.
If
Especially
we
for the
metagame,
finals.
kick or keep, and like are actually, if I have a team of
You gotta
comedy
go,
writers,
You gotta go. You fucking Darius. Would you fuck Destiny's ex-wife? Like, just put him on the spot like that.
Vito, I found his sex offender registry profile. Bring it up on the show. All right, good.
You should be in the Discord the whole time. Why are you not?
We got a
the
strategy
harassment
now.
mob
We got
is
a
in there.
strategy. I got to the finals. Look, I'm putting in the legwork. If the team wants to step in and get me over the line, I accept. Warren for 5. Never ask a woman her age. Never ask a man his salary. Never ask Trixie what illustrations she's a huge fan of.
Just follow my Twitter and you'll see all of the illustrations I like, many of which are pornographic content of arguably underage characters that no one gives me shit for. No one cares.
It's like the Teen Titans.
Do you
man.
regret that?
No,
that statement.
Here's
at
the
all?
thing: the right for that content to exist is so necessary to me because when people hear it, they're imagining like pornography. Like they're imagining RoCube, the video game he bought, you know, and
Yeah.
like I'll stand for that getting supported too. But to me, like the need for the support is like there's plenty of shit. Again, go to my Twitter, look at the stuff I repost. You're not gonna think, oh my god, this is like pedophilic pornography.
I mean,
You're gonna
or
think
don't.
like,
You don't have to see it.
oh, look at all this like weird, fancy gay
Yeah.
porn that Trixie likes, and like I understand why if like the law is not very clear on like what's okay or not, all this shit would just get deleted. And
All I'm saying is, who has not watched the Zone animation of Jenny the Teenage Robot getting slammed from all
it's a
sides?
robot.
Fuck, I didn't know you were gonna come up with something like that.
It's a robot.
You haven't watched that? The guy uses actual clips from the show, voice acting. Not saying I watched it
mean,
more than once,
yeah.
but I went, wow, a lot of effort went into this.
Zones.
I don't really
Right.
care if I see it. Like, all
Yeah,
right,
I'm not
I've
bothered
seen
by
that
watching
fucking
Jenny the
thing.
Teenage Robot get attacked by a bunch of robot tentacles. I'm
If I
like,
saw a child porn, I'd be like, man, what the fuck?
there's a certain line.
I'm long past being bothered by images.
Zone's still
that aren't
making
real.
stuff. Is Zone still making those animations? He
Yes.
worked on Skull. He got a job working on Skullgirls.
Oh,
'cause
that's
of that.
badass.
David Gomez for 5. When Vito eats, it looks like someone making fun of a gross fat guy eating. Okay. Cheese in my pockets of
I don't
Vito.
even know what that means, but all
Right,
right.
too. Oh, I was playing it up for fun. Beautiful web player viewing layout. Thank you. Gary Always for 5. I can't super chat the thing I want because it implies violence against Dick,
What
I
do
guess.
you mean by that,
What
Gary?
a pussy. Email it to me. I'll read it.
God of Hellfire for 10. How the fuck does Trixie make people lose their shit? TBF. Namamai for 2.
Yeah, you really do.
It's my
But you have
specialty.
great comments on things, but they just fucking hate you.
It's because I like making people mad.
Okay, this guy is trying to get me to say Nick.
I like
whatever.
people-
I get it.
Real quick, I like people more.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. But
I
didn't
like
do
people
it.
more when they're angry than when they're neutral. Like if you're on my side, that's great. But if you're mad, that's better than you just like sitting there not thinking. You know.
Random guy 2324 for 5. Your Honor, I never even watched was on the hard drive. I never even put the basketball game into my Vita. Jihado bot for 2. NBA jam it in the ass. Dabbling Man for 5. Has Vito gained all the weight back yet? If so, should he give the money back? I haven't even gotten
That's
the money
not how
yet.
it works.
I still have to.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I gotta go.
No, I got to talk to the guy. He sent me a DM. Tempanon for 2.
I
Money.
can't believe you're going to fuck people over if they give $50 for a
It's
weigh-in.
not fucking them over. I'll just weigh in on the next show.
Nah, that's not the same, though. They need it right now.
It's Christmas.
What does that have to do with anything?
It means that I want to eat like an idiot a little bit.
So what the fuck matters if you weigh 300 pounds? No one cares.
Yes, they do.
It's funny.
It is funny. I get
You're
it.
not going to lose it next week. It's just always going to be delay.
My body, my choice.
No.
Yes.
$50. You hooker?
Jerk Jurgensen for 10. How much weight did Vito
Wait,
gain
you
this
passed
weight?
Tempanon.
Tempanon for 2. Money from commissions.
Let's see those commissions, Tempanon.
0.9. Jerk
Get in-
Jurgensen
get
for
in
10.
the Discord.
How much weight did Vito gain? We don't know. James Gardner for 10. Do drugs, Trixie.
Hey,
I knew I
I'll
should've
do
put
drugs
a-
right now.
I should have
Nice.
put a big piece of plywood
Dick's not stopping
down.
me. All right.
And put the scale on it.
So I was tricked into
Like
stepping
a truck,
across
like
it.
a truck.
Yeah, you want a
weigh
truck weigh station?
Yeah, I knew it.
You want to accidentally
I
weigh
fucking
me?
knew I should have done that.
Pigeon for 5. Did you hear about the top lady boxer Clarissa Shields getting absolutely starched by an amateur boxer? No, but that sounds correct.
Yeah.
Here come all the comments saying I'm right. Spider Eternal for 2. Vito is 100% on MMA guy kicking masters' asses.
What?
That guy.
Remember
who's
when
going
you
around-
asked him to super chat you the truth?
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah,
guy's
yeah,
beating
yeah.
up Chinese people. Charles
Yeah.
Baker for 2 says Vito says neg a lot. Yeah, I'm trying to stop with that. What's a better
He's
way?
a negger.
Well, everyone keeps negging me. Yeah, I am a bit of a negger.
He likes calling out neggers. We all know that Vito
All right.
has a compulsion.
Stop it. This is why we're never going to Winston back on the show. Jacob Wegner for 2. When is
You're always
Trixie?
taking it too far.
Why is it taking it too far? All right.
Hey, shout out Jacob.
Because he's so
Wagner.
positive is the reason. He's such a,
Few-
positive
a few of my people are
force.
in these super chats, so I'm shouting out Jacob
Fantastic.
Wagner, Gary Always. I see you guys.
All the good people are here. Riku 322210 for
Wait,
10.
what about the female sports one?
I think we asked this. When is
Trixie
Trixie going to do female sports?
You know, I actually did think about this.
Yeah.
I'm like too old for sports, obviously.
But you could enter like a female only like Smash Brothers tournament. Well, no, because they're all going to
Sports.
be trans.
I was thinking like sprinting.
You're gonna get your ass
like-
kicked by a
like
bunch
You're
of
gonna go in
chords.
there like, I'm going to dominate these ladies. It's going to be 20 other trans
No,
ladies.
actually, if it was fighting games, yeah, it would all be trans
That's-
girls.
yeah.
Like if you went to a Guilty Gear tournament, there's not a straight.
Well, I
person
remember
in
there
the
was like a
audience.
news article and it's like the first ever female Magic the Gathering champion. I went, oh, well, I can't wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
Just,
you know,
it's like a
non-trans
guy.
women do not.
I mean, a former guy
Yeah.
decided to become a. Sorry, that was transphobic.
Trying as hard as it's okay.
Gary Always for 2 says big rapist.
Thanks.
Riku for 10 said the ancient martial art of gun fu is the strongest fighting style. I like
true.
Equilibrium. You ever seen that movie?
No.
Hey, wait. Fuck you, Eric July, who says Vito is right about Chinese MMA guy Dick and Trixie are retarded. I didn't say fucking shit. Dick was
Yeah,
like,
but
oh,
like-
that's probably fake because he wanted you to pay him to say it was real.
No, it's fake.
You guys are the
No, you guys are
fucking-
both idiots because you probably
Sounds
were
fake.
skeptical
Stupid.
and you should
You're
have
the
backed
one
me
who
up.
paid money to tell us that a thing we knew
You
was
should-
real
you
was
should
real
know
after
it was
we made
real
a joke
anyway,
about how you should
'cause
pay
everyone
money
should
to
know
do
about it. Everyone should know this.
Idiot.
Aklovich for 2 says China isn't even real. Great problem, Vito. Thank you. Spider Eternal for 5. Bruce Lee trained in Wing Chun and then developed his own style. Kung Fu is meh. Aikido is trash. That is true. Be like Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. Train Jeet Kune Do.
Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah, but Jeet Kune Do is like
Be like water.
show martial arts, man. It's like
It's
for,
Cowboy Bebop.
looks cool on movies.
Do you want to
and
be
TV
Cowboy
shows.
Bebop?
Yeah,
Do you
on
wanna
a
do Cowboy
TV
Bebop?
show. Actually, I tried to get these Cowboy Bebop figures, and I'm sad because they're sold out. So
That is sad.
if anyone knows,
I
if
have a
anyone,
Sold out
bust
of
of Spike
plastic.
Spiegel.
sold out of plastic.
How much would you pay for a bust of Spike Spiegel?
I don't want a bust of Spike Spiegel.
God damn it. What about
do you
like
want
a
of Spike Spiegel?
shitty toy of Spike
There's
Spiegel?
this line of toys called the Pop-Up Parade, and if you had pre-ordered them online, they came with special colored bases. And now I can only get them with these standard
see.
black bases, and I'm like, well, if I can't get these colored
Cowboy
bases,
Bebop. What's it called?
Pop-Up
Idiot
Parade.
Pop-Up
It's not called
Parade.
Idiot Parade.
Sucker Parade.
Sucker Parade.
Hello? I think it works again. Hi. You guys still there? All right. Let me see if I have super chats. Or if Vito will come running down here. All right, we'll do them next week. Goodbye for now.